The Howe Bulldogs finished 2018 with a 7-game losing streak after entering district play with much hope, a new coach, and a 3-0 record. But a Thursday night massacre in Boyd set the tone for a district run that went up in smoke. As the rains came, the offense sputtered and the losses piled up. The season ended with a loss to rival Van Alstyne and the lowest single-game offensive output found in the recorded history of the 75 seasons. But tonight begins a new year, new hope. Future stars such as quarterback Austin Haley, Carson Daniels, and Matthew Bearden will make their freshman debuts tonight. The stagnant offense of last year has been turned over to a new offensive coordinator. Senior leadership is the backbone of the 2019 Howe Bulldogs, and tonight, with the lights on and the band playing and the smoke in the tunnel, they are all in.
The following is a product of Grayson Publishing. Warning, the following high school football game is not for the faint.
This is going to be Elvington on the reverse backside. Arturo Louder, he's got room, he's in, it's touchdown time in Texas.
Please take all necessary precautions.
Kiss him goodbye! To the 3, to the 2, he's in! It is touchdown time in Texas!
Howe Bulldogs football is on HoweEnterprise.com and is brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Attorney Micah Belden, Buck Snort Barbecue, TechWave, Ed Meacham State Farm, Knight Furniture, Independent Bank, Star Auto Body, Torque Plumbing, Family Attorney Kimberly Killebrew, Juan Enciso Farmers Insurance, GCEC, The Old Man at the Coffee Shop, FBC Howe, the Howe Athletic Booster Club, Baker AC and Heating, Pitt Exteriors.
He hands off on the reverse to Louder from the left to the right. A seam, he's in. It's touchdown time in Texas.
Now get ready because it's football time in Texas on HoweEnterprise.com. Here's the voice of Howe Bulldogs football, Monty Walker.
Well, Pigskin, my old friends. So good to see you again. A new year, 2019, a new episode of the Howe Bulldogs. A fresh set of faces. Justin White has electricity in the house over here in Ponder because a freshman quarterback is going to make his debut tonight in Austin Haley.
A lot of new faces on this offense. I can't think of a season in recent memory I've been more excited about. A lot of new faces, a new offense, just a lot of unknowns. So looking forward to this season.
It's going to be something to see tonight. Ponder, much like Howe. Howe's been down a couple of years. Ponder has been down for about 4 years. They've gone 14-27 over that span, lost their coach last year, got a new coach. He actually was their offensive coordinator for the past 3 years, so they elevated him. They're playing, they've got 9 sophomores on their roster. We've got 3 freshmen and 1 sophomore on our roster, and being the Howe Bulldogs I'm talking about. And it's just going to be, they call it rebuilding, but hey, Howe has a ton of seniors on this roster. They have 17 seniors on the roster here for the Bulldogs. So, yeah, young in one sense, but a lot of veteran leadership there.
Yeah, you got those 3 freshmen, but those 3 freshmen are playing important positions on this team, at least you can balance it out a little bit with the senior leadership.
Well, we're going to take a quick timeout. We've got Senior Spotlight and Coach's Show coming right up. We'll let you listen to that. We'll be right back right after this.
Monty, now that we're off the air, let's talk about something important. When's your birthday?
That's an interesting question. It's in May.
Did you know that Buck Snort Barbecue will give you a free birthday buffet?
What?
All you got to do is show your proof of age and get a free Buck Snort Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They'll even include the drink.
Well, we're going to my parents for my birthday.
Well, Buck Snort Barbecue will keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
Hey, I'll even go to Van Alstyne for that.
Buck Snort Barbecue is located in downtown Van Alstyne. BuckSnortBBQ.com.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Senior Spotlight, brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm. Now let's join Monty Walker with this week's senior.
This week we are featuring two offensive linemen, one Colby Lappin and the other Jaron Ing. Colby, we'll start with you. Didn't play a year ago. Why now?
It was just my senior year. I needed to come out and get work done. They needed help, so I came up here.
Who talked to you about coming out?
Coach Jalen, he's very persuasive, and I liked him as a head coach.
What else are you involved with here at Howe High School?
I'm also involved in baseball, and I'm involved in FFA, and I'm in NHS.
What is your most favorite thing to do here at Howe?
My most favorite thing to do is play baseball.
New school year, new principal, new teachers and all that. Does the principal know who you are?
Yes, the principal does know who I am.
So that means you've been in trouble?
No, sir.
Okay, I guess that's good. What about all these new teachers? Do you have a favorite yet?
I'm not really have a favorite teacher, but I like all of them. They're all nice.
He's such a nice guy. Pistol and shotgun snaps. When did you start working on that?
I started working on that the first day of 2-a-days.
And have you ever done that before?
I've done like the quarterback under me, but I've never really done shotgun.
Both ways. Are you in shape enough to do that?
I think so. We'll see on Friday.
What do you think about your freshman quarterback?
He's pretty good. He's smart. He knows how to throw the ball, and I think he's going to get the job done.
Do you think there's going to be any nerves tonight from you?
There's definitely going to be some nerves since I haven't played for my sophomore year, but all we got to do is execute and do our job.
All right, that's Colby Lappin.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrEdInsurance.com.
We'll flip it on over here to Jaron Ing. You've been around here. You were on this team a year ago. What's the difference between this team and last year's team?
Honestly, I just feel like everybody wants to be here this year, and everybody's really just coming together as a team. I'm really liking it.
There's a freshman on the other end of the offensive line from you. There's freshmen all over the place here on this team. Are they fitting in?
Oh yeah, we've had to work with them a lot, but they're really coming together. They're working hard. They work harder than any freshman I've ever seen.
And they don't talk, it seems like. They're just very quiet.
No, they don't talk at all. They really don't.
Is there a player that you've seen so far this year you're like, man, they've improved a whole lot since last year? Anybody stand out?
Definitely JC. JC, he's came a long way since last year. He's picked up, and he's been playing his game really well.
Who are the leaders on this team?
Honestly, all the seniors are leaders. We got a bunch of juniors that have been stepping up. They're a lot better than last year. But I say JC, Fuzz, and Arturo, they're big leaders on the team.
What are the things are you involved with here at Howe High?
I pretty much just play football. I'm not going to play basketball this year.
Why not basketball?
I'm going to get a job after football season and start saving up for college.
All right, we'll miss seeing you run up and down the court. All right, that's been our Senior Spotlight, Week 1 here in 2019. We'll be right back right after this. Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Coaches Show with Bill Jailing. The Coaches Show is brought to you by FBC Howe. Now let's join Monty Walker with Bulldogs head coach Bill Jailing.
Hey, Coach, a brand new season. This is why you do it. Starts tonight. You got a young team, but a lot of seniors on this team. A couple of starters that didn't even play a year ago. Colby Lappin and Hunter Brousseau are going to start for you tonight. What do you expect from them, knowing that they didn't play last year?
I'm expecting them to get after it, number one. They're going to have some little pregame jitters, first time playing on a Friday night, varsity level. Some for Colby and Hunter, they haven't played the game in a year or two, so it's going to be getting the rust out. Not only, we got the rust out during practice, but it's all, you know how it is. It's totally different when the lights are on and everything else is blaring. I'm expecting them just to step up, play hard. Mistakes are going to happen. It's going to happen, but, we got to live to play the next play and just keep getting better every down. We got a lot of young kids playing this year, and we're just going to have to expect them to rise to the occasion. Like I said, it's just going to be get after it. So I guess the number one thing you're going to hear from me all night Friday is just keep getting after it. Just keep getting after it because we are so young.
Speaking of young, a couple of weeks ago we were talking about
this year. But, we're going with a freshman quarterback. He's got very good touch on the ball, throws the ball well. He understands the offense, and he's really smart. Austin is a very smart kid, picking up the keys that he's going to be reading on Friday nights and everything. But I'm expecting him to play, but I'm also saying the same thing I'm saying to Colby Lappin and Hunter Brousseau is mistakes are going to happen, man. It's going to happen. It's your first time in playing, and we just got to keep battling through and get better each snap. And with a freshman quarterback, as frustrated as we'll get with coaches when mistakes made, we always got to remember he's a 14-year-old kid playing on a Friday night. Be patient. He'll keep getting better as the year goes on.
And he's a pretty level-headed kid, doesn't get too overly excited about anything, but in the tunnel when the smoke is going and the band is playing, have you talked to him about maybe getting that heart rate down a little bit?
Yeah, we've talked about it to him, because, I don't know if you've come out to a practice lately. We're blaring music during practice just because we're so young and got a lot of inexperienced players that we're blaring music so they get used to, the crowd noise, the band playing, the coaches screaming, everything, so they kind of understand. That's the number one reason we've been blaring music all through camp is because we knew we'd be young this year. But, he's just got to settle in. And honestly, we both played this game. No matter what we say as coaches, when you get in that tunnel, like you said, and that smoke is blaring and the fight song's about to play and you're running out, man, my heart, even if I was playing today, my heart would still be racing. So it's going to be a lot of calming him down on the sideline and just get him in his groove.
Well, not only him, but you got two other freshmen. They're level-headed as well. Don't get overly excited about too much. Carson Daniels and Matthew Bearden. What do you expect to see from their roles this year?
Well, Carson will be a spot player on offense. He's going to play a lot at our F, which is our fullback position, and he's going to see some time at linebacker. Matthew Bearden is starting both ways right now. He's starting at right tackle, starting at the rock for us, which is one of our defensive ends. We're just, like I said, expecting them to get after it, but it's going to be the same battle with them. They're going to be so young up front, and they're going from playing on a Thursday night to playing on a Friday night, and it's just going to be getting them used to that speed of the game. They've kind of seen it in the scrimmages and everything, but it's just going to be getting them up to par on a Friday night. And honestly, you know what? If they make mistakes in the first, second quarter, we're going to be patient. Third quarter, we might get a little more on them. But if it goes week 2, week 3, yeah, we'll be really on them. But you hit the nail on the head, man. I love our freshman class, but they will not break a smile no matter how much you try to get them to joke. If I ever see Carson's teeth, I'm going to be shocked. I'd like to meet his dentist. He might be the only one that has seen his teeth. So.
Well, for the first time since 2016, Howe has an all-male football team. Mm-hmm. We got a kicker transfer in. Talk about that.
Yeah, we got a kid by the name of Kevin Flores, moved in from Madisonville. He's played soccer in Madisonville, and he's a heck of a kicker. So we're excited to get him out there. We're working the kinks out right now with his schedule to get him in there to make sure he can be at practice to kick and everything. We're waiting on his UIL paperwork to clear, but I'm all confident everything's going to be good to go. And we're very fortunate that he moved in. It was a blessing for us that he moved in because he is a straight running kicker. And when I asked him if he kicked in Madisonville, he said no, and I almost wanted to call their coaches and say this kid should have been kicking because every one of his kickoffs at practice have gotten inside the 5-yard line. He's kicking PATs through the uprights. But he'll go through the same thing as our younger kids on a Friday night. We score and he's got to kick a PAT. He might miss it because he's never done it before on a Friday night, and it's a totally different atmosphere.
Let's take a quick timeout, and we'll hear from FBC Howe.
The First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
Coach, you've got returning starters on defense, Helpenstell, Arturo Lauder, Caden Harmon, Stephen Waldrop. What do you expect to see out of, or get out of those leaders coming back, the returning starters?
I'm expecting them to be on the defensive side of the ball. I'm expecting them to be the leaders of the offense. JC especially, he's our Mike linebacker, which, you know, he's the quarterback of the defense, making sure everybody's lined up correctly, getting where they need to be. But I'm expecting those guys to be leaders on the field because everyone that you mentioned is going both ways. So they got to be leaders on the field. I don't need them on a Friday night saying, Coach, I need a breather, Coach, I need a breather. Because if they start saying they need a breather, then it just trickles down from there. They need to be the leaders to step up and play. But, you know, from a defensive standpoint, they need to just make sure we're lined up correctly, keying all our signals that we need, communicating with everybody to make sure we're doing what we need to do defensively to be sound on Friday night. You know, I think out of the guys you mentioned, if you add Jaron Ing to the mix, he's starting on defense, but he was an offensive starter last year. I think out of those 5 or 6 are the only returning guys we got that played a lot on Friday nights last year. So I keep saying it, you keep saying it. We're a young Howe Bulldog football team this year.
Well, that's my next question. Offensively, the returning starters are Harmon and Lauder and Ing, as you mentioned, and although they're returning starters, it's a completely different system.
Mm-hmm.
And what's their attitude with that new system?
They're excited about the system. It's been a big learning curve through camp and through the scrimmages. You know, Coach Lynch is doing a heck of a job with our offense, and they see the sparks of it as they're learning the system and they're practicing mistake, mistake, mistake. Then when they do it right, they see, oh yeah, this works. If we do it the way we're coached to do, it works. And that's just the little things that we're doing in practice offensively to get them where they need to be. There's been frustration at times, but that's normal. Anytime you're putting a new offense in, there's some frustration. Because, you know, with our old slot T, wing T rules, it's block down, kick out, down, down, down. But now they're having to learn, you know, different things that we're doing offensively, but they're grabbing it. You know, anytime you install a new offense, you know, you really won't see the benefits of it until week 3 probably, because that's when it really starts to sink. Because no matter what we do in practice, you don't get that game look until you start playing games. But they've been doing well. I'm excited for those guys. They need to just keep getting after it.
Well, the opponent, Ponder, they went 2-8 last year. One of their losses was to you opening night at home. Since then, they've elevated their offensive coordinator to the head coach. Do you expect to see any big changes from them?
Yeah, I do expect to see big changes. When I talked to Coach Bowling in the summertime, they said they were changing offenses and defenses. Last year, they were a flex bone triple option team, really a true bone, and they were a gap 8 team defensively, almost like the old Salina 10-1. But when we're watching them film this year, they've been more spread, a lot of sniffer back in the backfield, but they've also been a 4-3 defense, 2 high shell on defense. But they're going through the same growing pains we are going right now, putting in a new offense, new defense, everything else. But I'd never count anything out. We're still defending the triple option in practice just because I've always learned teams that put in new offenses, they always have that safety valve, and when they're JV, when I watch the film, Ponder's JV's running the 3 backbone option. So we're still practicing that on Friday night so they don't throw us a wrinkle for us. But, you know, they're going through the growing pains like we're going through the growing pains. I think we match up with them evenly. They got a really good receiver that we got to make sure we take care of, but I think we match up with them size, speed-wise as well. So.
Well, it's football time in Texas. Game starts tonight, 7:30 at Ponder. You can listen to it on HoweEnterprise.com. If you're inside the stadium and want to pick it up on the radio, it's 104.1 inside the stadium only. For Coach Jay, I'm Monty Walker. We'll see you next week. At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs.
Attention Bulldog Nation.
Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is How You Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
Welcome back to Ponder Field. Monty Walker along with Justin White, Caroline Slauson. We got new members of the crew this year. Blake Burnett doing stats. He's upstairs. And Carson Grogan is doing the spotting for us this year. We miss Stephen Braswell. If you're listening, I'd love to play Boomer Sooner for you for old time's sake, but we do miss you up here. Carson's going to do a good job filling in. And speaking of Caroline, for the first time this year, Caroline, sweet Caroline, down on the sidelines. How about a weather report? What do you got down there? Oh, hang on. There you go.
I don't know how we lucked out today with the rain and usually the Texas heat. It is so nice out here, 75 degrees, and that is the high for tonight. So it will be a great night to start off this football season.
Well, that would be nice to, all the time we're worried about cramps, in these first couple of games. There's always about 4 or 5 breaks in action because someone has cramps this time of year, but we did get lucky. It's not as hot as normal.
I was thinking that during the week. I was thinking, man, it's going to be 90, 95 degrees on the sidelines there, and we'll see our fair share of cramps. But, yeah, we've got lucked out, and it's a nice, cool 70, 75 degrees, and it'll stay that way the rest of the night.
So we'll paint the picture for you. We're over here in Ponder. They have a turf field with a big white Texas in the middle. Of course, we're on the visiting side. They have a press box on the visiting side, so we're over here. That Texas is facing their home crowd. It has their logo in the middle of the field, so we're looking into the sun. It's going to be a beautiful sunset, I have a feeling, but right now the sun's just behind the clouds.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and the Ponder Lions are taking the field.
2019 Ponder Lions.
So there they are, the Lions in white pants, red jerseys, red helmets, with a white stripe on the helmet. It's just like the one you see on your screen. The Howe Bulldogs with a different look this year. They have completely changed their look with gray pants for the first time in a long time, wearing gray pants. Haven't seen that out of the Bulldogs maybe since 1983. It's been a long time since Howe's worn gray pants.
They look really sharp.
They do, with a big, thick black stripe down the side, white jerseys, black numerals, and block square numerals. They look a lot like the Pittsburgh Steelers, and there's a reason for that.
Well, unfortunately, yes. Our head coach here is bringing a Steeler pride here.
Yeah, he spent some time up in Pennsylvania as a child and went to college up there. The head coach, Bill Jailing, 11-38 in his second season here at Howe. He's 44 years old, of San Antonio, transferred to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania when he was a kid. 2013, he started coaching at Cushing, went 1-9 that year. And in 2014, improved to 4-6. Took the job at Hampshire Fannett, went 1-9 in the first year, and then improved to 2-7 the year after that. And then Howe, 3-7 a year ago, and trying to improve off of that here in 2019. And one thing he's done this year is hired himself a new offensive coordinator. We haven't talked about Nate Lynch yet, but things are going to be a little bit different around here as they have been for several years, running the ball and pounding it and all that. That's kind of out the window. They're going to throw it a little bit now.
Yeah, and you got a freshman quarterback there. We talked about Austin Haley, and so yeah, it'll be getting some of your running backs from last year, Arturo Louder, Caden Harmon, and putting those guys out in space as receiver. And so it'll be interesting to see what this offense does on the field tonight.
We'll go ahead and give you the Howe starting offense, and that is brought to you by Hit Exteriors LLC.
Journeying, left tackle. Jonathan Nestis, right guard.
Colby Lappin, center.
JC Helpenstell, guard.
Matthew Bearden, right tackle.
Stephen Waldrop, tight end.
Jordan Jones, receiver.
Arturo Lauder, slot receiver.
Caden Harmon, running back.
Brandon Williams, fullback.
Austin Haley, quarterback.
And also, we'll give you your defensive starters for Howe.
Colby Lappin, defensive end.
Journeying, nose guard.
Matthew Bearden, D end.
Stephen Waldrop, linebacker.
JC Helpenstell, inside linebacker.
Brandon Williams, outside linebacker.
Jalen Thornton, corner.
Hunter Brusso, cornerback.
Leighton Ovington, safety. Caden Harmon, strong safety.
Arturo Lauder, safety.
And the captains making their way out on the field for the Bulldogs, which will be J.C. Helpenstell, Leighton Elvington. It looks like Arturo Lauder and Caden Harmon, suspects that you would imagine, you would think those would probably be out there, and those are your captains for tonight. Let's go over the starting lineup for Ponder. On offense, up front, they will have Josh Cortez. They have some beef up there. They average 262 pounds per man up front. The left guard is Ed Shell. He's 225 and 6 foot. And then you get some beef in the middle. Colin Hall, the center, 305. The right guard, Tristan Page, 310. And the right tackle, Joe Green, who's not number 75, but 58. He's a sophomore, and he weighs 210. And now the captains are making their way out toward the middle of the field. And we'll let Caroline Slauson, who's right in the middle of the coin toss, we'll let her pop on whenever she's ready, as the officials and the gentlemen are shaking hands right now, and the officials are talking to them, and we'll see what we've got as Caroline is right in the middle of it.
Opening day, you know what it's all about. It's about football, and it's about the love of the game. That's why we're here.
Yes, sir.
All right? More than as officials, we're here because we love it. Play hard, play clean, play fair. If we have a problem, something comes up, bring it to one of the officials and we'll deal with it, all right?
Yes, sir.
Try not to be cross-talking too much, all right? Very good, very good. All right, you're the visiting team. The patch is heads, the Panther is tails. What do you want to call?
Heads. J.C. Helpenstell calls heads.
He did say heads. His heads. Do you want?
It appears that, we know Howe won the toss, and it appears that they want to defer. I think I got defer out of that. So Howe will turn around and put their backs towards the south end zone as they'll be moving left to right. Ponder will take the ball first. Howe will receive?
I think Howe will receive.
Okay, Howe won the toss and elected to take the ball. Okay. So they'll be moving left to right from our vantage point to start this football game. Again, in all white and Ponder in all red. We're just about ready for the national anthem. I think we might have a prayer before that, but the Ponder Lions are all out on the field, and they're lining up for the national anthem. And we'll see what Howe's going to do. I believe Howe's still in the tunnel. Ricky Yank, the trainer, is here for his 31st year on the sidelines for the Howe Bulldogs, and what a fixture he is. And Howe lost a fixture this year in Norman Dickey. We have a little tribute for him at halftime that we'll let you listen to. And here come the Howe Bulldogs for the first time in 2019. Well, what do you think the heart rate is like for your freshman quarterback?
I'm sure it's pretty high. I know Coach Jay they've tried to do some things to kind of help stimulate what this would be like, but it's not going to be able to compare to live Friday night action, so I can just imagine what it's like right now.
You know, if as the Bulldogs pray in the end zone, you know, if you think Coach Simmons only gives pep talks to kids, I walked out of City Hall today, coming out of one of the restaurants was Coach Jay, and he said, man, I just had a great lunch, and I got a pep talk from Coach Simmons. So he not only gives pep talks to kids, he also gives pep talks to the head coaches these days.
Got the coaches pumped up, ready to go, too.
Yeah. And speaking of coaches down there, we see Mike Zagleski, and we're going to be counting how long it takes to get our first Air Zagleski of the year. I talked to him in the scrimmages, and I talked to him about it. And we didn't have very many Air Zagleskis during the time. He said, well, I kind of hurt my ankle, and it's been hard for me to jump, so we'll see how the ankle is tonight. And we're just about ready for a moment of silence here, and we'll let you have that.
Thank you. And now we ask that you please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is football time in Texas, in Ponder, Texas, with the Howe Bulldogs and the Ponder Lions. We're just about ready for kickoff. Howe will be receiving, and back deep for the Bulldogs will be Jalen Thornton, Arturo Lauder, and Caden Harmon when they take the field. Doing the kicking for Ponder will be Cameron Carroll. He's a junior. And you look over here, and I was just talking to a school board member today about Howe needs one of these big signs in the end zone that has all the champions, district champions, by-district champions, area champions, and regional champion, all on one board, much like Denison has at Munson Stadium. Because it'd be cool for the younger kids to see that and have goals and things. So Ponder has that here. The problem is it's a huge white board, and there's only two things on it, by-district, in 2 years, and everything else is one big white giant sign with nothing else on it. So if you do that, you want to have something in the drawer to pull out, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it kind of looks odd. It's something to build upon.
Yeah, I guess maybe use that as motivation. Say, hey, you could get your name or your team, your season up here on this board. There's a lot of space to the field.
So the Bulldogs have taken the field.
Lions fans.
Again, it's Harmon near side, Jalen Thornton in the middle, and Arturo Lauder on the far side over there. Howe will be moving left to right. And their PA guy likes to scream. The Ponder Lions have taken the field, and apparently Cameron Carroll is just about ready to kick. We'll see if there's any shenanigans going on, as they're not breaking the huddle just yet. He goes and now talks inside the huddle. Are they going to quail onside or fake the quail? We'll see. And now they just break out right down the line. So Thornton will stand at his own 9-yard line. Harmon and Arturo Lauder are each on the 15. And in the middle of the field is new Bulldog Brandon Williams. It's going to go to Jordan Jones, who takes it at the 21, and apparently he called for a fair catch. And that's where Howe will start to begin this football season at their own 21-yard line on a fair catch called for by Jordan Jones. Now Howe's going to move left to right.
Yeah, now we get our first glimpse here of Austin Haley, the freshman quarterback. They'll have a freshman in there at fullback and a freshman on this offensive line. So there's some new faces. You got some guys who didn't play last year, so it's just a little bit of an unknown here. So let's see what Haley does when he comes out here.
Well, do you dare pass with the freshman quarterback on first down? We'll see. 2 men in the backfield stand next to Haley, who's in the gun. It's in the pistol, rather. And he wants to throw on first down, rolling out right, being chased down, throws it deep down the field. It's going to be caught by high and dropped by Arturo Louder. Had it in his hands at the 44-yard line, and then it just hit the turf. So it would have been a first down by about 8 yards, but it falls incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up. Nice job by Haley there of just getting out of the pocket. He looked pretty calm to me.
Rolled to the right there. Felt a little bit of pressure there from the nose tackle, Aaron Anderson. Anderson gave him a little freshman push there to welcome him to the game.
Second down and 10. And Haley this time will hand off straight up the middle. Brandon Williams looking for somewhere to go. Finds a couple, breaks a couple of tackles on his way out to the 29-yard line. So he'll gain maybe about 6. They'll spot it right at the 30.
Brandon Williams may be the biggest question mark on this team. He comes in a transfer from McKinney. He didn't play the first 2 scrimmages, so this is kind of the first time to see him in live action for the coaching staff and for everyone else.
So maybe I mismarked the original spot. Instead of at the 21, they started at the 25, or 26 rather. So here's a true I formation, and Haley's going to be brought down and sacked for the first time. The ball's on the turf, and it appears that it was down. The officials say that it was down. The officials tonight are out of the Fort Worth chapter. The referee is Tom Farmer. The umpire, Cornell Gaines. The back judge, Caleb Shipman. The line judge, Kenneth Meeks, and the head linesman, Jerry Broccoli.
That was Aaron Anderson on that tackle there on that sack and maybe forced the ball there. The center there for the Bulldogs, Kobe Lappin, maybe missed a block there, and Anderson came free and knocked Haley down, knocked the ball out.
So Jalen Thornton back to punt. He'll stand at his own 15-yard line. Facing a 4th down and 8 and a wobbly end-over-end kick, a good kick, going to bounce at the 42 on the other side of the field and going to be killed by Colby Wyndon as it bounced right in his lap, and he caught it, and they'll spot it at the 39-yard line going the other way.
Well, this offense for Ponder, as we've learned, is also implementing a new offense this season. So we'll see if they have any kind of pregame jitters here.
Now the sun peeking out behind the clouds right in our face as Ponder will come out with 2 receivers on the right side. And it looks like Martinez. Nope, that's Stowers at the slot. Sweeney up top. And Oscar Martinez down at the bottom. Both Martinez and Stowers are big, tall receivers. And Chase Taylor, the quarterback, 5'9" quarterback, not a big kid. He stands in shotgun formation, and now they look to the side. The running back just to his left is Terrence Clark. And he'll get the carry, running right over right tackle, and is going to be gained a nice gain, up about 7 yards near midfield up to the 46-yard line.
Got a little draw off the middle there to Clark. He broke a couple of tackles and able to get about a 7-yard gain there. We talked about Chase Taylor. He was a running back last year and has been moved over to the quarterback position.
Quickly, here come the Lions. On second down, Chase Taylor wants to run it, and he's going to bounce outside, pick up the first down on his way out of bounds, and a flag down. Again, it's week 1. We might see a lot of yellow hankies tonight. He picked up the first down, but let's check the flag.
Quarterback design run by Taylor here. We, like I said, played running back last year, so he's got some speed. And try to get on the outside. Let's see what the flag is, our first flag of the night.
A fast-paced offense by the Lions. We'll check down with Caroline Slauson. Caroline, how's it going down there?
It's going good, guys. Hey, a couple of new freshmen, as you've mentioned. Matthew Bearden is one of them. I got a chance to talk to his parents, Herb and Julie, and his grandma, Donna Wormsbaker. They, I think,
uh-oh, it cut out. We'll hear what the grandparents said when we come back down to you. So it's against Ponder. They'll back it up. It's second down and long, and there's a swing pass out. Caught by Clark. He's got some room. Bounces out of a tackle. A lot of room to the right side. 35 to the 30, 25, 20. Finally brought down inside the red zone, and a late flag comes out. It could be a face mask.
It was a slow developing swing pass to the left side, and he took it from the left across the middle, diagonally to the far side, and he's got some speed when he gets an open field. And Bulldogs are going to have to keep an eye on him, but a big long run there by Clark on the swing pass.
Well, they have it marked right now at the 18. Is that right?
about
16. Now he's moving, 17. So is that going to be against Ponder or against Howe? Here's another opportunity to check down with Caroline, though, and see what the Bearden folks had to say. Go ahead, Caroline.
I got to talk to both his parents and his grandmother, and I think they're a lot more nervous than Matthew is.
Well, Matthew's a pretty calm kid. He doesn't say a whole lot, not a lot of expressions. Carson Daniels, as you heard on the coach's show, he wanted to get a hold. Coach Jay wanted to get a hold of his dentist to see if he'd ever seen his teeth. So they picked up the flag, no flag, and the ball will be spotted at the 16-yard line. Is that right?
I think so, about maybe the 15.
15-yard line. So first down and 10 for Ponder, knocking on the door at the Howe 15-yard line. First down and 10. Clark stands right beside, and Clark's going to get the carry coming left side, and he's going to be tackled by Leighton Elvington, but not after a pretty good pickup of about 5 yards or 6 yards to the 9-yard line.
Looks like Terrence Clark so far is kind of the man of this drive here. He had a draw there up the middle, get across the 10-yard line. Going to be near the goal line here.
Juke Kelly, the fullback, and he does play a true fullback. Big kid. He is 6 foot 240 and a sophomore. He's a big kid. And now Clark will stand right behind him, offset eye. Taylor, high snap, he's going to bring it down and run himself. Jumps over a couple defenders inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line.
Another quarterback keeper. He just went right up the middle there, went right behind his left guard there, Ed Shell, and able to knife his way across the 5 up to about the 4-yard line, but a first and goal now for the Lions. And they continue to move the ball at ease here on this Bulldog defense.
Ponder getting about 5 yards a pop on every carry right here. First and goal. And this is going to be Clark from the 5, and he is knocked down inside the 5 to about the 2, maybe about the 1-yard line.
I saw Helpenstell in on the tackle and
Harmon, I believe.
And Harmon, I believe, as well, in on the tackle, able to stop him just short of the goal line here.
So it'll be second down and goal from the 1. Ponder knocking on the door. Taylor in shotgun, 3 receivers. Now he goes under center. Is he going to sneak it? He's going to try to sneak it behind that offensive line, and the big kids move it for him, and he's in. Touchdown, Ponder. And they sneak it on the board for the first time in 2019 and lead Howe 6-0.
You had 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, empty backfield, and yes, quickly Taylor went up to the line, and you kind of knew it was coming. He was going to get behind his big offensive line that we said averages 262 pounds, and they were just able to push their way in for the touchdown, and Ponder has struck first blood here.
So on for the PAT is Carroll. And the holder is Spivey, Connor Spivey. Straight on kicker. Toe puncher. Dinosaur. And it's through. 7-0. Ponder leads Howe with 8:07 on the clock in the first. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Ponder 7, Howe 0.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
This is attorney Kimberly Killebrew. I'm a Howe resident with 27 years experience practicing family law. I service the greater North Texas area, including Grayson, Collin, and Denton counties. Call 214-432-1595 to schedule a consultation to discuss your divorce, child support, custody, or family law needs. Mention this ad and you receive a free 15-minute phone conference. In-person appointments are available in Grayson County or our principal office in Plano, Texas.
Welcome back. 7-0. Ponder in the lead here early with 8:07 on the clock. As we're just about ready for our second Tech Wave kickoff of the night. Your scoring drive recap we'll get to you in just a moment. And this is Carroll. And he's going to kick it fairly deep. It'll take a big bounce to Caden Harmon, who takes it across the 20-25, runs into a sea of defenders at the 29-yard line. And that's where Howe will start with 7:59 on the clock.
Well, we didn't see a very big sample size on that last drive there by the Bulldogs on the 3 and out. We saw an incomplete pass. We saw a missed block there. And so we'll see what happens here in round 2 here for the Bulldogs here. See if Austin Haley, maybe he's gotten a little bit more comfortable now in the pocket.
The hit exterior LLC scoring drive recap, 6 plays, 71 yards for Ponder. Capped off by a Taylor sneak. And here's a handoff to Carson Daniels for the first time tonight. First varsity action for Daniels, and he'll get about 5 yards on his carry, his very first carry ever, up to the 34-yard line.
And they're starting to move fast here. Daniels with a quick draw up the middle there. Initiate a little pound there at the end.
Daniels and Haley in the backfield. They played 8th grade football a year ago. Here's a swing pass out. Arturo Louder makes the catch. Can't spin out of a tackle. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, I believe. No gain will bring up 3rd down and long.
Just a quick pass over there to the right side there to Louder, and the line defense was quick to pursue. Haley looks a little bit more comfortable in the pocket there on this drive.
He will settle down as we go. If you remember in Valley View, his first scrimmage, he was amped up, overthrowing his receivers. He's been on target with his throws so far tonight. Shotgun as Daniels to his left. Haley wants to throw. Quick out. It's going to be caught. And that's at the 44. And it's going to be caught by the big tight end, which is Stephen Waldrip. That's good for a first down.
Put a little mustard on that pass, on that slant across the middle, and Waldrip, who's a big target there for the Bulldogs, and the Lions had to bring multiple men to bring him down to get a first down, and maybe starting this offense starting to get a little bit more comfortable there as they convert that 3rd down.
Boy, if there's anybody that's grown last year from where you go, man, they're bigger. Stephen Waldrop, that kid's gotten big.
Mm-hmm.
Shotgun, or pistol rather, for Haley. And this is going to be a handoff to Harmon, straight to the middle, looking for a seam. He's got a couple of yards, a few yards, still fighting, and makes his way, pushes up to near midfield at the 49-yard line. The ball comes out, but they'll say he was down. They'll spot him right at the 49.
Harmon, one of the leading rushers from last year, returning this year, and we expect to see him mostly as a wide receiver, but they brought him there in the backfield. And either way, needing to get him the ball a lot, use some of that speed that he has.
2nd down and 6 coming up for Howe. Same formation, pistol with Daniels to the right of Haley. And this will be Harmon again. And he bangs right into Daniels, who got creamed at the line of scrimmage. And when the fullback gets crushed, it's hard for the running back to get past him.
Yeah, Daniels not able to get a good block there. And, yeah, it just kind of – the whole thing fell apart there at that point. And Harmon loses the yard. So now another 3rd down here for Haley and the Bulldogs, 3rd and 6.
They'll give him no gain, back to the 49-yard line. 3rd and 6 coming up. Haley in the gun. In the gun. Daniels to his right, drops back 2 steps under pressure, and he's going to be brought down and sacked back inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
It didn't look
big
like
loss.
I'm sorry. It didn't look like they brought a lot. It was just their front 4 beat the Bulldog front 5, and Haley was running for his life. Didn't have a lot of time to throw back there, and so another 4th down here for the Bulldogs.
And the first 2 series on offense for Howe is going to result in 2 punts. Back deep for Ponder to return the punt will be Oscar Martinez. And he'll stand at his own 25-yard line, awaiting the Jalen Thornton punt. Colby lap and snap is a little bit low, but Thornton gets off a high wobbly kick that's going to bounce at about the 33-yard line and stop right there, and killed by Jordan Jones.
Well, this offense for Ponder basically did the opposite of what the Bulldog offense did, and they moved the ball down the field pretty easily. This defense, there were some question marks on this defense here, and we're going to have to tighten up here on this drive.
The Lions of Ponder will start at their own 33-yard line. 67 to pay dirt. And Colby Wyndon checks in for Brandon Williams at the linebacker position. And here's Taylor handing off straight up the middle and finding a lot of running room and running over a couple of defenders is the big running back Terrence Clark. 5'9", 170, but he plays a lot bigger than 170.
Yeah, another draw, and he broke it down the outside. Kirshner tried to tackle him, and Kirshner got pushed back there on that tackle, but another big run there by Clark, who's getting 5, 7, 8 yards to clip.
Well, that was 11 yards right there, up to the 44-yard line. Taylor in the gun. Stowers in the slot near side, looking that way. Now Taylor wants to run, throws it down the field. All alone is Stowers, makes the catch at the 39, breaks a tackle, and finally brought down around the 26-yard line as Jalen Thornton, I believe, finally brought him down, but Stowers, a big kid, just broke through one tackle.
Stowers, the big wide receiver, he just has 6'3", 180 he is on the roster, and somehow he got behind the coverage and was over there by himself, and it took everything of Thornton to bring him down and toss him out of bounds, but another big gain, big play here for the Lions.
First down and 10 at the Howe 26-yard line. Taylor in the gun. He's going to roll out right, trying to bounce it outside. He's got speed, being chased down by Noah Campbell. A flag is down. Taylor will get out of bounds at about the 20, but let's check the flag.
Another quarterback design run there by Taylor.
It's a hold. It appears to be a hold that's going against Ponder.
Another quarterback design run there by Taylor, and they're keeping him kind of balanced. They got Clark there. They got Taylor who can run the ball as well. And then they have the weapons at receiver. So if they can just cut down the penalties for the Lions, probably in a lot better shape here right now.
So they'll spot the ball, move it back to the 36-yard line.
And I'm noticing, too, the Bulldogs aren't getting a lot of pressure here on Taylor to make him uncomfortable. Even when Clark gets the ball, he's got big old holes to go through.
Taylor in the gun. And he is going to hand off to Clark over right guards. Just runs free for about the first 4 steps before he's finally touched and brought down at about the 28.
Again, nothing. Here they go. They're going fast.
Second down, 12.
Taylor again wanting a snap. Hands off Clark, same play, right side, and he just slips down. He would have had probably another 5 yards, but his left foot went out from under him, but he picked up enough to get to the 21-yard line. And the Lions are going really quickly here. Taylor wants it again. Hand off Clark. Same play again. Right side. He's going to try to bounce it out this time. Does break a tackle, but finally brought down by Leighton Elvington just past the 20-yard line to about the 19. So not enough for the first down, and fourth down coming up.
They went about three, maybe 4 draws up the middle there to Clark. You could tell Clark was kind of getting a little tired there on that last one. And Elvington able to get the tackle, secure the tackle. Now fourth down. It'll be decision time for the Lions.
Hey, I want to see the dinosaur kicker.
The straight on Pat Summerall style.
Not going to do it. And here is Taylor. Drops back 3 steps. Flushed out of the pocket under pressure. Running for his life. And he's going to turn the corner near side and brought down right before he got out of bounds for a loss of about 4 or 5. And we are told by our new spotter, Carson Grogan, that we got our first Air Sigleski of the year.
Well, that's a good time to have it right now. They've able to stop a fourth down there, and ball will go over on downs. But Taylor was running there for his life. He had Ing and I think Bearden chasing him down, and just nowhere to go downfield. It was a nice little coverage sack there, and able to get the ball back into the Bulldogs' the hands of Austin Haley.
Ball at the 24-yard line. Howe's got 76 to go. There's 2:30 rather on the clock here in the first quarter. Haley in the gun. 2 men beside him. He's going to hand off to Harmon, who was right behind him, and Harmon has a little bit of room and is going to break a tackle, but he runs into the back of Brantley Flynn. And it might be Flynn who gets credit for the tackle, but Harmon picked up enough for maybe 2 or 3 yards there.
Brantley Flynn's playing, I believe, that left guard, right tackle, I'm sorry. And, I guess he got blown off his block there a little bit, and Harmon not able to get past him, and minimal gain.
So it's second down and 8 coming up as Haley sends Daniels out. And he's going to hand off to Harmon, who dropped it on the turf, and it picked back up, and it's returned for a touchdown. Harmon just dropped it. It fell right out of his lap. It was picked up It was picked up by Hunter Green and ran straight into the end zone. Green, it just hopped. He played third base. It just hopped right up in his lap, and he raced. He just raced 25 yards for the touchdown.
Harmon, handoff to Harmon. Harmon never got a clean handoff there, never able to secure it cleanly, and I thought maybe it bounced. I thought Harmon almost got it back on the bounce, but not able to secure it, and a fumble recovery back the other way for the Lions, and things couldn't look any worse here for the Bulldogs.
And now our dinosaur kicker, Carroll, will try the PAT. And it's on the tee. The kick is up. It is low, and it is good. So 14-0.
Cameron Carroll's extra point is
The
good.
Ponder Lions extend their lead
In the first quarter.
with 1:47 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll be right back after we take this time out.
I here call this meeting to order for the old men in the coffee shop. On the agenda today is number 1, where can I find Ernest a cast iron manifold set, coated silver for a 1963 Chevy truck. There's this website. Hang on, agenda item number 2. Should Howe throw the dadgum football this year? Number 3.
Sometimes we get turned up at the coffee shop, but at Baker AC and Heating, we want to make sure your heat gets turned up or your AC gets turned down. Celebrating 50 years in business with all of our friends, not just the ones at the coffee shop. Still located on Highway 5. Come by and see us.
My name is Michelle Walker, Vice President of the Howe Athletic Booster Club. On behalf of the board, we'd like to thank you for your support. Our mission is to support all Howe athletes, girls and boys, middle school and high school. We do this by purchasing new equipment and other items. Without these funds, our athletes would not be where they need to be. It's only $25 to become a member.
Hey, this is Coach Jailing. Our motto this year for the Howe Bulldog football team is all in. And all in means our football team, community, parents, everybody. We need everybody to be all in this year, and that includes you guys joining the Athletic Booster Club.
Welcome back, 14-0. Howe trailing Ponder early. There's 1:47 left to go in the first. Jordan Jones has checked in for Caden Harmon. So we'll check and make sure Harmon's okay. They're going to kick it to Jones. He'll take it at the 15. Coming up the near side, looking for a seam. He's gotten a little seam, and he's knocked down finally at about the 38-yard line. Howe in good shape here, starting at their own 38. Got to hang on to the ball, though.
Good field position, here for the Bulldogs. You're not helping things with this new offense here by fumbling the ball and turning it over. So that's first thing first is get your hand on the ball, secure it, and then try to make a play.
So the ball rests at the 39-yard line. Howe moving left to right. And Jalen Thornton will check into the game at the tailback. So we'll see if Harmon is okay. Will Fleming is checked in at left guard as well. Man goes in motion, and this is going to be a handoff to Jalen Thornton. He's got very quick, spins out of a tackle, a 9, maybe 10-yard gain.
Now
Jalen Thornton is quick.
That is nice to see there. Jalen Thornton, like he's shot out of a cannon there and was able to spin his way up to a first down.
Yeah, they'll move the sticks on that one, and Howe moves quickly. Man in motion, and this is going to be a handoff to Jalen Thornton again. Same play, second verse, and another 8-yard gain for Jalen Thornton up to the 42-yard line.
They're trying out different running backs here. We've seen Brandon Williams. We've seen Caden Harmon. You give it to Jalen Thornton, and so far so good. Just a little play on the right side there and just able to get big yardage, and he's got some speed and got some quickness for him.
They've got it spotted at the 42-yard line on the plus side of the field in Ponder territory for the first time tonight. Things are moving well with Jalen Thornton getting the ball in his hands. Haley in the pistol handoff, other side. Jalen Thornton looking for another seam. Spins out of another tackle. He is electric to the 33-yard line, and another first down.
I'm liking what I see right now. Stretch play, left side. And again, Thornton just kind of, he's not a big kid. He's pretty fast, pretty quick, and like I said, just he gets hit and he just spins.
It's just the quickness. It's the quickness, like the Deion Sanders quickness that you get. Very similar type of burst. So now two backs will stand to the side of Haley. Haley wants to throw, rolls out right, looking down the field, deep down the field, and it's going to be underthrown as I think the ball might have been tipped. He was looking for Waldrop down the field at about the first down marker, but it's incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up.
Well, I think for the first time tonight we've seen Haley drop back and have a little bit of time, more than like a second or two, to sit, plant, and throw the ball. There, unfortunately, the ball was tipped there at the line, but at least we got to see him be able to get back there and get comfortable.
Thornton will stand right behind Haley, who's in the pistol. Daniels will now move over from right to left. Hand off Thornton. Big hole left side. Spins out of a tackle again. Another first down near the 20-yard line at the 22.
We're seeing this offensive line start to instill its will here on this drive as they're opening just big gashes there for Jalen Thornton. And Thornton is up, a little slow to get up. I wonder if he's just kind of tired right now or if he's, as we see him come out and Harmon come in.
What a workhorse he has been on this series.
Absolutely.
He will check out. Harmon comes back in, an 11-yard gain there for Jalen Thornton, as now Harmon will set up in the same formation right behind Haley in the pistol, with Daniels to the right of Haley. And now whistles will blow before this one can get underway. So the formation right now is Daniels to the right side of Haley, who is in the pistol.
Penalty on the play.
And
against the Bulldogs.
To the left side is Stephen Waldrop, and either one of them will move out of that position in motion to one side or the other to make it a strong side, and then usually the I-back will go that strong side. But different formation here, just Daniels and Haley, and this will be Daniels straight up the middle, pounding forward, and he got popped a little bit at the end, but a great run by Daniels, going to be close to a first down.
The freshman just getting the draw just straight up the middle there and just initiating contact, and a little bit of glimpses of Cameron Blesside there as he initiated some damage there on that run.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter with Ponder in the lead, 14-0. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
The end of the first quarter with your score, Ponder Lions 14.
Monty, now that we're off the air, let's talk about something important. When's your birthday?
That's an interesting question. It's in May.
Did you know that Bucksnor Barbecue will give you a free birthday buffet?
What?
All you got to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnor Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They'll even include the drink.
Well, we're going to my parents for my birthday.
Well, Bucksnor Barbecue will keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
Hey, I'll even go to Van Alstyne for that.
Bucksnor Barbecue is located in downtown Van Alstyne. BucksnorBBQ.com.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major construction of new restaurants to service plumbing calls to local citizens. We even service water heaters. We're located here in Howe off of Highway 75 at 102 South Collins Freeway. We're family owned and operated and are vested into the Bulldog community. Give us a call at 903-532-0525.
Mention this ad for free service calls.
Welcome back. We're just about ready for the second quarter. So I guess I need to change that, don't I? There we go. Oop, not the 32nd quarter. Second quarter. There we go. Now Howe knocking on the door, moving right to left at the 24-yard line. Haley, handoff. And that's Caden Harmon, and they sniffed that one out in a hurry. There's going to be a loss on that play back to the 29-yard line, and that's going to be a loss of about 5 yards as the I formation back starts very deep in the backfield anyway, and if they get you quickly, that's a big loss, and that's what happened there.
And we're going quick here now.
Third down and long. Haley with Daniels to his right and Waldrop to his left, and Harmon still in the game right behind him. So in the pistol, Haley gets it, looks and flushed down in the pocket, rolling to his right, on the run, throws it down the field, caught by Waldrop. Not enough for the first down, but it gets it back to the 22-yard line, maybe in striking distance to go for it on fourth. We'll see.
Yeah, Haley got that snap, but again, didn't have a lot of time there and had to run for his life, roll to his right. Get a good job of throwing it on the run there and getting to Waldrop. And, yeah, this is 4-down territory, but you're pretty much back at the original line of scrimmage. You're going to be 4th and 10, looks like.
Yeah, back to the 26-yard line. We'll see what Howe elects to do. Daniels, the two kids that were in 8th grade a year ago are in the backfield alone. Daniels and Haley. Daniels wants to throw left side. He's got Harmon who makes the catch, looking for room. He's got the near side. He's got the 5. Kissing goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas. 26 yards. It's a Haley's Comet for the first time in his career. 14-6, awaiting the PAT with 11:05 left to go in the second quarter.
Kind of a middle screen pass there to Harmon. He got a great block from Jaron Ing, who just pounded his defender there and cleared the way there for Harmon for the touchdown there. Great job there by Haley on the pass. Great job blocking by Ing, and Harmon with a great run.
Well, here's your new kicker for Howe. It is a boot through. PAT is good. And that was the new kicker, Kevin Flores. Welcome to Howe. It's 14-7, and the Bulldogs are a few stops from being right in the mix of this thing. We'll be right back right after this.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Let's check down real quickly down on the field. Hey, how about that score, Sweet Caroline?
It was so awesome.
We've got to switch that mic. That's what we got to do. All right, here's a pooch kick by Flores. Fair catch called for at the 30-yard line. And that's where Ponder will set up shop at their own 30, I believe.
Well, the good news is the offense finally got going on the last drive, but you got to stop somebody. And Lions, who have scored on the first two possessions, start with decent field position at the 30-yard line. So Bulldogs are going to have to get off their blocks and make some tackles here.
So first down and 10 as Noah Campbell checks into the game at linebacker. He's been in, but seeing a lot of Noah tonight. Here's a handoff to Clark, and he's brought down almost immediately right at the line of scrimmage. A nice play right there. Is that another freshman?
I believe so.
It might have been Matthew Bearden right there, but Colby Lappin, I think, might have made the tackle there. Nice play there, and it's going to be a gain of maybe a couple, maybe 3 actually. It'll be second down and 7 from the 33-yard line. And this is going to be Taylor keeping it. He faked it to Clark, flag down. He's got the 40. He's got a lot of speed. Turns the corner near side 45 and out of bounds at the 48-yard line. But check the flag.
I think that's going to be in the area of holding there on Ponder. But they fake the handoff and then just let Taylor use his athleticism and speed, and the penalty is on Ponder.
Hey, Caroline, talk to us. I think we got a new mic. Let's talk. First of all, let's see if the mic works, and then tell us what you. Oh, she's not listening to us.
Oh,
we'll have to get that back. She's walking down the steps. We'll get back to her in just a moment. So, flag situation, Justin.
Yes, there's a flag. I believe I think that was holding. Carson, our spotter, tells us that it was holding. Instead of moving back.
All right, now Caroline is down there. She's listening to us now. So let's check that mic and see. And if it works, go ahead and talk to us.
Is she listening?
Nothing. Well, Caroline, we'll figure it out at half. Okay, here's Taylor running, bouncing it out again, looking for a block, and is finally chased out of bounds. You got to be careful, Leighton Elvington. Don't get a late hit over there. As Taylor gets out of bounds at about the where are they going to mark that, Justin? About just shy of the 30 at the 28-yard line.
I think more like about the 28, maybe 27. 28, yes. Yeah, that was they faked the handoff there on the read option, and Taylor just kept it around the right side, And good pursuit there by the Bulldogs. Only kept them a 2-yard gain. Or a few-yard gain, so it's going to be 3rd and long.
3rd and about 12 right here for Ponder. Howe needs a stop desperately in this football game. Taylor in the gun. He's being chased down by Arturo Louder in his face, and it's going to be caught. Not enough for a first anywhere close. Might have been even a loss on the pass and catch. Arturo Louder brought the pressure on there and made Taylor make a decision quickly.
On a cornerback blitz there for Louder, it was a very slow developing screenplay, and we all saw it from up here. We saw Louder getting closer and closer to Taylor, and Taylor held on to it just as long as he possibly could before being hit, but able to get it away. And then Clark Clark was able to catch it, but had to dive on it, so he went down right away. So no gain on there.
They were trying to set up the middle screen on that play, but it was a great time to bring the house, or at least bring the corner blitz. Perfect timing by the Howe defense. And here's the snap back to Taylor, who's going to punt this one away. That's Hunter Green, rather, punting it away. It's going to bounce at the Howe 49 and take a couple of hops backwards. And now Ponder will let it roll to the 42-yard line, and they'll actually keep walking up to the 45.
I think it hit a Ponder player about the 46 and bounced back a couple of yards. So, and luckily the official saw that.
So they'll spot it at the 45 on the Howe side of the field. Caroline, do we want to try it? Is it completely dead? Maybe that's a bad. I pulled the batteries out, a brand new pack, but the batteries have probably been in the bag since last year.
Oh, no.
So maybe we'll try it again.
And it worked so good during the pregame.
Well, we changed microphones a minute ago.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Maybe we'll need to come back up here and get this other one.
Oh, no.
All right, so here we go. Ball at the 46 rather. Of Howe. Haley wants to throw deep down the field, looking for Jordan Jones. He had a step on his man, but couldn't come down with it. The ball was overthrown by a step or two. Jones had to turn over the other shoulder and look for it. It was thrown to his left side instead of his right, so it'll be 2nd down.
Well, for the first time, we get to see Haley throw the ball a long distance there, about a 20, 30 yard down the field, just overthrows Jones. So we see that he's got the strength to make a downfield throw. A long downfield throw.
2nd down and 10. Haley Barks gets it, handoff up the middle. Harmon looking for some room, right side, maybe about 2 yards possibly. Again, when you're in that deep I formation type situation, what looks like might be a 7-yard gain is only 2 or 3 because of the start. It starts way back there in shotgun.
I was just going to say, yeah, he got the ball about 5 yards deep, so he may have ran 7 yards, but he ran 2 yards. 5 yards of that was before he got to the line of scrimmage.
So they'll spot it 2 yards shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Howe moving right to left in their white tops, gray pants with a thick black stripe down the side, black helmets. Haley drops back 3 steps, looks right side, flushed out of the pocket. He's coming near side. He wants to run. He's got the 50. He's got the corner being slugged down by the shoulder pads at the 46-yard line. No flag down. Not a horse collar, apparently. And they're going to go for it. Close enough to go for it, just past midfield at the 45-yard line. Got a yard to go. Big play here in the football game.
And they're going to go quickly here on this 4th down.
Ball's at the 46 on the Ponder side. Haley under center. Dots the I is Harmon trying to draw him off sides. It doesn't appear like they're going to go offside, so Howe's going to call a timeout. That was simply a decision to line up on the football and go on a hard count and get a free 1st down. It didn't work out.
Yeah, credit to Ponder there to stay with where they're at and not jump offside. So they're able to avoid a penalty and make Bulldogs burn a timeout.
And now Howe will more than likely punt with 8:02 left to go in the first half near midfield. This is, when they lined up there, you talk, boy, that's a I don't know what the term is that I can use, but that's pretty gutsy.
Gutsy, I think is the best word to use.
Gutsy was a little higher than what I was originally thinking, but yeah, gutsy call.
To do it without a huddle and not think about it at all. They just got tackled. Haley got tackled there on that 3rd down run, and they quickly got to the line just trying to get the hard count and not able to get it. So
they're still going for it.
Yeah.
Still on the field as the offense at the 46-yard line, needing about 2 yards to convert for a 1st down. Haley is in the gun. Next to him is Carson Daniels, just to his left. Harmon to the right. Jordan Jones split out wide to the near side. Moving right to left. Howe needs 2 yards. Haley looks for the snap. Barks now drops back. Haley's going to punt it.
Yep.
They're going to snap it to Haley, and he's just going to quick kick it away. You hope here for a good snap. It's a high snap, goes over Haley's head just as you worried about. Just worried about that. Just thought about the bad snap. And it does go over Haley's head, and Ponder's going to have great position in Howe territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, Haley got in shotgun. It looked like they were trying to do another hard count there. Maybe see to get him drop off sides.
I don't think Haley went back far enough to punt to get in, because when you're a snapper, you're used to either 1 or 2 distances. You're either shotgun or you're punt. And Lappin is the same deep snapper. And if he didn't go back, he was kind of between the shotgun and the punt snap.
Yeah, he dropped back there, and that ball went over his head, and luckily for Haley was able to hop on that. Otherwise, it was going to be back the other way for another fumble recovery for a touchdown.
So the ball at the 42-yard line. Taylor looking to throw deep down the field, left side, being covered up by Hunter Brusso, a flag down, and Oscar Martinez makes the catch anyway at the 20-yard line.
Through the left side, it was one-on-one coverage there with Brusso and Martinez, and he was right there with them, but maybe a little pushing and shoving there at the end by Brusso. And it's going to be pass interference against the Bulldogs. Penalty be declined, though. It'll be first down.
So ball at the 20, a 22-yard pickup on the pass from Taylor, who's not a very big quarterback at all. He's 5'9", and he doesn't have the true quarterback throwing motion. But all you got to do is when you got a receiver that's 6'1" over there, is throw it up, and he went and got it. This is Taylor handing off. No, he's going to keep it around the right edge. He's got a lot of speed. He's got the 5. He's got a touchdown. Ponder scores again. It took him 2 plays to go 42 yards. And there's 7:40 on the clock in the second quarter, and they extend their lead 20-7, awaiting this PAT. Uh-oh.
Faked the handoff there, and Taylor took that, and I don't think anybody touched him when he went right up the middle, right between the hash marks, and all the way in for the touchdown.
So now Cameron Carroll on for the PAT. It's just a strange sight. You just don't see it anymore, that straight-on kicker. And it's a low kick, but it gets right through the uprights, and it does the same job as those fancy soccer-style kickers. It's all the same points. So now Howe is trailing 21-7 here with 7:40 left to go in the second. We'll be back right after this timeout.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrEdInsurance.com.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Welcome back to Ponder Field, Ponder, Texas. Howe trailing 21-7 here with 7:40 left to go before the half. It was a 2-play, 42-yard drive on the Hit Exterior LLC scoring drive recap. It was Oscar Martinez who hauled in the big catch for 22 yards, and then the quarterback, Chase Taylor, ran it in for the final 20. And here we are, 21-7. There's a Tech Wave kickoff, going to be taken in the middle of the field by Kirshner. Derek Kirshner fields it and has a fair catch called for, apparently right at the 26-yard line. They'll spot it at the 26. That's where Howe will start.
Well, 2 drives ago when they had the touchdown, they moved the ball down the field pretty easily, with highlighted by a bunch of Jalen Thornton runs. But we didn't see Jalen Thornton in that last drive.
Well, what was impressive on that last drive, he started the most of the drive, but you got to realize that drive was 10 plays, and Jalen was in for about the first 6 or maybe 6 of it. But that 10-play drive was a long one. It just seemed like it was a couple of drives ago, but it was actually the last drive that Jalen was in. He's not in here. This will be Haley again and Daniels and Waldrop in the backfield with Harmon, who gets the carry. Looking left side, jukes one defender and has a nice run up to about the 33-yard line.
Harmon with good vision there, so run up the middle there and able to juke past a couple of guys and just kind of maneuver his way through the line for an 8-yard gain. Looked like he was going to get tackled maybe at the line of scrimmage, but able to knife his way through this line. Nice gain.
Harmon has really good speed, and he's shifty as well, as you mentioned. Same formation with Waldrop and Daniels. And a low snap. Haley digs it out. He's going to have to run for his life. Near side. He's got the 35 and goes down. Is brought down hard at the 36-yard line. And a late flag comes in. Attaboy, Mr. Freshman.
Boy, Haley had to hurry up and get out of there because I think his line got beat there, and so he had to run for his life.
Well, the low snap didn't help.
Exactly.
Once he had to dig it out, he didn't have time to make the handoff.
And then when he's sliding, Tristan Connor comes in from the safety position and just went helmet to helmet. It looks like flags are on the play, and they're discussing that right now.
Well, you're talking about a quarterback on a late hit. That's bad.
Yes.
Helmet to helmet on a quarterback. That's bad. All of that to a freshman quarterback. That just draws a line with me.
The trifecta there, yes.
They don't know that, though. I'm sure those players don't know he's a freshman. He certainly doesn't throw like it.
No.
So the officials are still discussing.
I know. I don't know what.
So
here we go.
Now, well, I thought for a moment they were going to wave that off. So now they're talking to head coach Bill Jailing, and it looks like this is going to be the big variety. At least 15 yards. It will be 15 yards from the end of the foul. So they'll spot it at the 49-yard line. That's a huge penalty for Howe. That'll take the ball across midfield to the 49-yard line. And now Jalen Thornton comes back into the game for Caden Harmon. Arturo Louder is split out wide to the right, and he's going to have to check out of the game. They found blood on him, so someone's going to have to check into the game, which is Aiden Norton. So Norton will take Arturo Louder's place, and Mr. Ake will have to get rid of that blood real quick and make sure Arturo can get back out on the field. Waldrop and Daniels stands beside Haley, who's in shotgun or pistol formation with Thornton. He fakes the hand to Thornton, throwing it deep down the field. Got Jordan Jones. Interference is called. He outthrew Jordan Jones by a step. It's incomplete, but a flag is down at the 28-yard line.
Haley went down. He dropped back to pass there. And again, we saw the arm of Haley. He lofted that up in the air. I thought, man, that's going to be way overthrown. But Jones almost was able to put his outstretched hands out there and grab it, but a pass interference to boot for the Bulldogs will bail him out.
Well, you're going to find out the toughness of Austin Haley. He took a hit in the backfield, and
he got rocked.
He did, and he got a lot of respect there, I think, from his offensive line, who came up to him, and Haley just kind of shook him off and said, "I'm good, let's go." But it's going to be holding on the offense instead of the big hit. We thought it might be a late personal foul hit against Haley, but it's going to be holding against the offense, which negates everything else. So that brings up a replay of down, apparently offsetting penalties on the interference. So it's first down and 10 again. So we'll do it again. A man moved across the line of scrimmage from Ponder, and Howe thought they had a free ball, and where Haley was looking to chunk it down the field because they knew that tells you right there. The kid's 14 years old. He gets a kid to cross the line, and he's looking to throw the home run ball.
Exactly.
That's not a normal 14-year-old kid.
And it's hard to say that I can't believe we're saying a 14-year-old playing on varsity, but that's how old he is as a freshman. And I saw the offensive coordinator Nate Lynch down there when they threw that flag, and he was he had a little air under him there, air Lynch there, as he was upset with the call.
That's just a savvy savvy thought by Haley. Just very impressive. There's 6:47 on the clock. Howe's got it 1st and 10, now at the 45-yard line. 44 rather. Handoff. Thornton, shifty. He's got the 30. Up and over. He tried to hurdle a defender, got spun around down at the 28-yard line, and a first down.
He knifed his way through the line, and Luke Moser tried to deliver a hit down low, and I guess Thornton may have gone up in the air to jump, and he went around like a helicopter. He did like a 360 there in the air and came down and seemed to be okay.
Boy, that is dangerous, but he's okay. He's back in the lineup. He gets the carry once again, takes it from Haley, getting outside, makes the defender miss. He's got the 25 and out of bounds on the far side about the 24-yard line.
You know, Thornton does kind of have that Deion Sanders look there, trying to get around the corner there and breaking tackles at his feet. Just showing a lot of that speed and that quickness that he has.
Very, very, very quick. He'll move over now in the slot if he's staying in the game, and he is. He's in the left slot. Jordan Jones at the bottom. And Waldrop up top. And this will be Haley throwing it to Thornton. He's got a first down and more inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Just a swing pass out to the near side, and Thornton was shot out of a cannon as soon as he caught it.
Got a good block there from Jones downfield as well. They're going fast again.
6 yards on the pass, or 16 yards on the pass and catch. Haley under center, hands off Thornton. Right guard, few yards to the 6.
Boy, Thornton went from the slot, got in the backfield there on the I formation, and I bet he's got to be tired as he gets a few yards there on that run, but he's, again, been the highlight of this drive.
Boy, when Thornton is in the game, when he gets the ball, his knob is always dialed up to 10. I formation, Haley under center again. Daniels at fullback. Thornton dots the I. They fake it to him, wanting to throw in the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete, almost intercepted. Looking for Jordan Jones in the end zone and also Stephen Waldrop in the area. Those two receivers probably too close together, brought the defenders close together, and we have an injured Ponder Lion on the field. And for the Lions, coming up a little bit gimpy is Trey Carter.
I like that from Haley. I like the different formations. It's not always shotgun. They go under center at times, and on a play action there, and Haley, he overthrew his receiver. He knew he had overthrown it.
3rd down and goal from the 6. Haley wants to throw in the end zone. That one's incomplete. He was trying to hit Jones on a slant pattern, went in and out of his hands. That one should have been caught for a touchdown, but there's a flag down. Let's check the flag at the line of scrimmage.
Try to get a quick slant there, and then right to the hands of Jones. He put it out on a rope there, and just too hot for Jones to handle, but it looks like we're going to get offsides. Is that the offsides against Ponder?
Encroachment against the defense. Will move it halfway to the goal and replay the down. So the ball will be spotted at the 3, and it'll still be 3rd and goal from the 3. So now you're all of a sudden in a situation where you can run for it on 2 downs. And Harmon back in the game. Haley, pistol, barking, now turns around and looks. He got the play call. And they're going to hand off to Harmon. Bouncing it out to the right now, cuts it inside. He's down at the 1-yard line. So now it's going to bring up a 4th and goal from the 1, and I'm assuming you're going to go ahead and go for it here when you're knocking on the door at 1 down by 14, right?
And they're running to the line, too, again. Are they going to try and get them offsides?
I formation, Haley under center at the 1-yard line. He's going to try to sneak it in. He did sneak it in, but a timeout was called before the play could get underway. Ponder called it. We're going to take it also. We'll be right back right after this.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
So what we have here is Jalen Thornton, 7 carries for 56 yards here in the first half. That's a pretty good rushing average, don't you think?
How many carries we say?
7 carries, 56 yards for Jalen Thornton.
8 yards a carry. Sounds about right, too.
Pretty impressive.
And one thing we haven't seen is Brandon Williams since the beginning of the game has been here on the sidelines, and we're not sure what's up with him, but they've had some different running backs in there. We've seen Carson Daniels, we've seen Caden Harmon, we've seen obviously Thornton. So it's a committee of running backs that they have here.
Daniels into the game and Harmon into the game. Haley is not in the game, is he? No, Harmon's going to take the snap. Low snap, and Harmon has to pick it up and try to run it in. Did his knee hit the ground? No, it did. I think when he went to pick it up, I think his knee was on the ground.
Oh, my.
How unfortunate is that? Unbelievable. Unfortunate for the Bulldogs at the 1 yard line on 4th and goal, and he scores. But it's all nullified because of a low snap where his knee hit the ground to try to pick it up.
Yeah, it was a bad snap, ground ball snap there. And did you see him hit his knee hit the ground?
I was afraid that that's what happened. I was very afraid of that, yes.
And he got it, and he did score, but yeah, I guess the knee hit the ground. And, I mean, even after a timeout that happens, it's just unacceptable.
Man.
So now the Lions have to go 95 yards with over 5 minutes to go.
How much time? We got 5:18 on the clock. Jackson Adkins in at defensive end on first down from the 1 is going to be Carey outside the 5, and now late flags come in.
Stop on number 58, Jonathan Menes.
Yeah, they'll spot it. Let's see where. Well, I think they originally got out to about the 9 yard line. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Let's see what the flag.
Yeah. It was a quarterback keeper there by Taylor, and I didn't see what the flag was.
Well, Noah Campbell's coming out of the game, so there's one indication what it could be. And apparently is a personal foul on Campbell as he'll come off the field, and Waldrop checks back into the game. It's unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty and get Ponder out of a big trap and a big hole they were in. They'll now have the ball just out past the 20. A big, huge penalty against Howe right there. We'll move the ball out to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, a bad time for that to happen. You have them deep in their own territory, and now you've given them more breathing room for an offense that's been able to move the ball up and down the field with no problem.
So here's Ponder lining up, and it's Chase Taylor who's in shotgun formation. And Clark moves to his right, and it'll be a snap down, and this is going to be Taylor running it. He jukes out Harmon, and now he jukes out another defender, which was Brousseau, on his way to a first down carry and about a 12-yard gain out past the 35.
Yeah, Taylor again, he's a weapon out there. He can throw the ball. He can throw the ball. He can definitely run the ball. Again, we talked about him playing running back last year. He's able to juke a couple of defenders and get a first down on that 10-yard, 11-yard run.
Ball at the 34. I misspoke a moment ago. Not past the 35, but at the 34. A first down. Moving left to right is Ponder. Luke Kelly, the fullback, will move out a little bit to tight end, and this is going to be Clark, and Taylor's going to keep it again, and he is fast. He's got midfield. Chased down by Arturo Louder, now to the 40, crosses the 40 to the 39-yard line, and Chase Taylor is one of those kids that you probably think he's probably in the 100 meters in track season.
They get that read option there, and he kind of moves laterally down the line, just waiting to see where the defensive ends, the linebackers go, and then he held it, and he just shot through a hole and got a big old gain there.
It's kind of a read option look, and he kept it, and he was gone. Down at the 40-yard line, Jackson Adkins checks out of the game, and Matthew Bearden checks back into the game. So first down and 10 for Ponder, left to right at the Howe 40-yard line. 21-7, our score with 4:49 left to go before the half. Taylor in the gun with Luke Kelly standing right in front of him. And Terrence Clark to his right. And this is going to be Clark over left guard. He's got a big hole. Ball comes out, but they'll say he was down. Wow, that was close. It was good enough for very close to a first down. About a 9-yard run to the 31-yard line. But that ball came out about the same time the knee went down, but the official was right there to call it. So
again, just another draw at the middle there behind the left guard, and it wasn't a big hole there, but he was just able to make himself skinny and just find a little crack there to get through, and enough for almost a first down, second down and short.
Man, you can make yourself skinny. I want to do that. Shotgun, handoff, Clark, right side, looking for somewhere to go, bangs over a couple of defenders, first down and more up to the 23-yard line.
Clark on the carry off right tackle down to
Nothing complicated there. Behind the right tackle there is Clark, and they haven't been able to stop Clark here on this, Terrence Clark on this drive or in this game so far at all.
Boy, it's just Taylor and Clark, 8 yards, 8 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards. Sweeney split out wide to the near side. Stowers in the slot to the right. Oscar Martinez up top. Don't fall asleep. Handoff. Terrence Clark straight up the middle. Rumbling past the 20 or right at it. Good for about 3 yards there.
Stop by number 58, Jonathan Benesis.
Good job there by the Bulldog defensive line there. You saw Bearden, Ing, and Lappin that are in there.
And Matthew Bearden checks out. Will Fleming checks out. Hunter Brusso checks out.
And trying to match up the beef on that offensive line there.
And the rest. Trying to get some rest. Matthew Bearden going both ways. And trying to give him a breather at times. Jalen Thornton into the game. 2:56 left here in the second. 21-7. Ponder on top and knocking on the door at the 21-yard line. And some movement up front before this one could get underway. A flag is down. Was it on Howe or was it on Ponder? False start, Ponder. Back it up. Thankfully for Howe, Ponder has made some mistakes tonight. Not many, but they have made some.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Bulldogs, when they've made them, they've been able to correct them. If they get back in 1st and 15 or 2nd and 20, they've been able to make up for it. It almost looks like the Lions are trying to maybe take as much time off this clock, not give the Bulldogs any time. And then remember, Ponder gets the ball in the second half after halftime.
Yeah, a score right here would be detrimental for Howe due to the fact that they're getting the ball back to start. Shotgun, Taylor. Clark to his left. Taylor wants to throw, rolling out right side. Flush being chased down, and Harmon may have tipped the ball. He tried to just shovel pass it out. Not a typical shovel pass, but just kind of a shot put type pass down the field, and Harmon may have got his hand on it.
Yeah, he's running for his life there, and Harmon was coming right at him, and he tried to just push that ball out to his receiver. I think that was to Stowers, and Harmon, I think, got a paw up there and knocked it down. So
that's kind of Tony Romo-ish.
Yes.
You know, not a real throw, just kind of a push. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 12 for Ponder. Shotgun for Taylor. And whistles blow before this one can get underway.
Timeout by Ponder.
Timeout, Lions.
Well, we'll take a quick one, too. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
Maybe we need to check and make sure Caroline has it on, what are we looking for, channel 114? Because you never know when those things get mixed up. 114 is that channel, so I feel bad that Caroline's down there on the field because she's got a whole lot of things to talk about, including some nachos, and maybe she'll tell you about that at the half now. She's the nachos connoisseur, if you will.
Her pregame meal.
Yeah. So here come the players back out onto the field.
Resuming play. It's 3rd down, 14.
3rd down and 14. The PA announcer says 2:28 left to go in the half. And Taylor in the gun. High snap, brings it down. Trickery. It's a reverse. And Oscar Martinez has a lot of room over there trying to make the tackle was Leighton Elvington. He can't, but to the 5-yard line. Martinez still trying to get in. He has a first down and out of bounds at about the 3-yard line.
The 10-yard line.
Yeah, just a simple reverse there. Taylor went to the right, and then Martinez came around there and went to the left side and had a lot of pasture ahead of him. and got wrestled out of bounds there. And so inside the 10-yard line for the Lions and able to punch it in. Again, trying to bleed a little of this clock, probably trying not to leave anything for the Bulldogs.
They'll mark it at the 6. First and goal here from the 6. Taylor in the gun. Hand off Clark, right side, looking for room. And, 6 is easy to get for Ponder tonight. That one's a touchdown, and Ponder extends their lead to 27-7 with the PAT coming up with 2:12 left to go before the half.
That's what they've been doing all night long. They'll kind of have a big run, and then they'll rush up to the line, keep the defense napping, and then just hand off to Clark. And Clark, again, able to wiggle his way through the cracks of the offensive line and in for the easy score.
Here comes the dinosaur kicker, Cameron. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So a new score, and Ponder is 28-7. Howe trailing with 2:12 left to go before the half. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs.
Attention Bulldog Nation. Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8. When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is How You Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
Well, you don't want to hear this. The Hit Exterior LLC, who's their local roofer, by the way. Scoring drive recap is 10 plays, 99 yards. That's what happened on the fumble down at the 1-yard line. Ponder took it back the entire distance, 99 yards. And here's the Tech Wave kickoff, going to be taken by Jordan Jones at the 22, looking for a block to the middle of the field, still on his feet somehow, and makes his way across the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Howe will set up shop there at their own 26, moving right to left with 2:05 on the clock.
Well, this is a chance for them to practice their 2-minute drill with 2:05 left in the first half. They've shown they can move the ball here these last couple of drives, and so maybe a score here before the end of the half has got to be a confidence booster for them.
7th drive for Howe coming up. And they've been able to move the ball, and just quirky things have happened. And the snaps, it's the special teams. It's the snaps on when Haley dropped back to punt, the in-between thing that happened, that was the killer there.
Yes.
And then the next one was the snap to a quarterback who normally doesn't play quarterback. So here is Haley, who's in. He's going to hand off on a trap play up the middle, and Harmon's knee goes down quickly again, and maybe a loss on the play for about a yard or two back to the 25-yard line. They'll call it a loss of 1. It was a handoff to Harmon, who tried to cut back to the left off of a trap block, but slipped down a little bit.
Kind of a delayed handoff there. Yeah, lost yardage there, trying to go forward here. Doesn't help things.
Pistol formation for Haley with Harmon right behind him. Daniels to the left of Haley. And he gets it, handoff Harmon once again. Met at the line of scrimmage, nothing doing. And that one goes nowhere. 3rd down and 11 coming up.
And Bulldogs didn't look like they were in a big hurry there on that last play as the clock continues to tick. You got to wonder if maybe Ponder would try to call a timeout here.
Down 11.
As they've got one in their back pocket.
Yeah, there's a 1:03 on the clock, and Howe's trying to take a lot of it. And if they can milk it enough here, they can get it to the half if they play their cards right, as we're under 50 seconds now. And Howe may let it go down to 1 and call a timeout. And that's what they'll do.
Yes.
The Bulldogs call a timeout real quick. We're going to take one, too, real quick. We'll be right back right after this.
Timeout, Lions.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
Okay, now we're back. We got 39 seconds left to go in this first half. Howe is trailing 28-7. They have the ball at their own 26-yard line. It's third down. And you got to try to...
I wouldn't mind trying to do like a little, like they on the touchdown they had to Harmon, get a quick slant or a quick wide receiver middle screen there.
The problem is if you throw an incomplete pass,
you stop the clock.
You stop the clock. But if you run the ball here, you force Ponder to use a timeout, or they may not. But you probably got to run the football here, I would think, just for clock purposes anyway. But you never know. That's why you never know. You got to play it. Waldrop and Daniels in the backfield. Haley in the pistol with Harmon right behind him. This is going to be a throw. Haley is going to be caught by Waldrop, close to a first down. Did he get out of bounds? He's not even down yet. And finally, he's down at the 31-yard line. He tried to get up and move forward after the catch. Actually, he wasn't down yet, but they'll spot it, give him forward progress to the 35-yard line.
It was just a pass there off to the left side there to Waldrop, and he got hammered pretty good, but just came right back.
I think Haley's found his Gronkowski for sure.
his Witten, his Gronk.
Yeah, for sure. A little safety valve right there in Waldrop. That's a pretty good connection.
Yeah, like I said, Waldrop's got some power there. He got hit pretty good and then didn't go down right away.
You're going to take this one. That's the end of the half. All the way to 0. Howe's going to go in, lick their wounds, try to figure out what to do to stop Ponder from about an 8 or 9 yard average on offense, and then try to figure out, overcome some of those little quirky mistakes that have really hampered Howe in this first half. It always comes down, the kicking game and the snapping game always plays a factor early in the season, and that's what's happened so far in this football game early on.
Yeah, first game of the season, they're going to have to go back in and regroup, but just some weird things. They've had a fumble in there that was recovered by the Lions, ran back the other way, so they've had some quirky things, but they've also shot themselves in the foot pretty good here. So they got a lot of work to do in the locker room.
Now we have a halftime show, and I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called the Old Men in the Coffee Shop Halftime Show. It's not. I don't want to get anybody too excited. There's no old men up here except for me. There's nobody. It's not an actual show of old men talking at the coffee shop. It's just sponsored. It's just a sponsor, and it's just for fun. And I don't know if you've heard Baker Heating and Air Conditioning's ad so far, but it is a old men in the coffee shop type ad, which we'll have every week. So just for fun, we've named our halftime show the Old Men in the Coffee Shop Halftime Show, sponsored by Baker Heating and Air Conditioning. And when halftime shows up, Caroline Slauson shows up, and she and Justin and Blake will take over the halftime show here in just a moment. And Carson Grogan will be here as well. He's our new spotter. We may see what he's all about. We'll be right back. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with the halftime show right after this.
This is attorney Kimberly Killebrew. I'm a Howe resident with 27 years experience practicing family law. I service the greater North Texas area, including Grayson, Collin, and Denton counties. Call 214-432-1595 to schedule a consultation to discuss your divorce, child support, custody, or family law needs. Mention this ad and you receive a free 15-minute phone conference. In-person appointments are available in Grayson County or our principal office in Plano, Texas.
My name is Michelle Walker, Vice President of the Howe Athletic Booster Club. On behalf of the board, we'd like to thank you for your support. Our mission is to support all Howe athletes, girls and boys, middle school and high school. We do this by purchasing new equipment and other items. Without these funds, our athletes would not be where they need to be. It's only $25 to become a member.
Hey, this is Coach Jailing. Our motto this year for the Howe Bulldog football team is all in. And all in means our football team, community, parents, everybody. We need everybody to be all in this year, and that includes you guys joining the Athletic Booster Club.
The following is a Welcome to the Old Men at the Coffee Shop Halftime Show, sponsored by Baker AC and Heating. Now here's Caroline Slauson, Justin White, and Blake Burnett.
Hey, Justin White, we're back.
A new year.
I know. Can you believe it?
Yeah, a new year, new sponsors.
New sponsors, what I love the most. This is so great. Old Men at the Coffee Shop and Night Furniture Halftime Show. Welcome back to Ponder. 28-7 at half, 28 on top. Well, where would you like to start?
Oh, man. Me and Monty were talking about the mistakes, the weird things that have been coming on, but some of it's been self-inflicted by the Bulldogs. You start with that fumble early on in the first quarter there that was ran back the other way for a touchdown. Then you had the low snap there to Harmon, and then his knee was down. I mean, it's just some weird you had the snap over the head of Haley.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at bright spots, the offense hasn't looked too terrible, especially with you get Jalen Thornton in there. You get Haley, give some time to go back there and throw the ball. It hasn't looked too bad offensively.
No, not at all. And on the other side of the ball for Ponder, I've heard you and Monty talking about it. It does seem to be a Terrence Clark and Chase Taylor show out here. And doesn't seem like there's much stopping them right now.
I mean, those two, either one of them, if you're able to stop one of them, then the other one's able to go for a long run, especially Clark, the running back there. I don't know I guess we're just keeping stats there for Howe. I believe so. Blake Burnett will be down here in just a few minutes. But, yeah, those two guys there have just been killing the Bulldogs. Again, we knew this defense may have a little bit of troubles this year, but you got to help the offense out here. You got to help the offense and give them some rest for one thing, and then be able to make a stop. You can't play from behind all night long.
Right. It's like, I totally agree with the self-inflicted mistakes as far as the snaps and stuff. And, with new players this year, either they haven't played in a couple of years or freshmen, it maybe just first game jitters. I don't know. Hey, speaking of first game jitters, though, y'all will be interested in this. Austin Haley's mom is down on the field taking pictures today. And we were talking, and she is so nervous.
Is she really? Wow.
She's so nervous. She said, but this is good Carson Daniels' mom. Y'all, I could have promised. She said,
Carson.
Yeah, but anyways, she had said, a freshman still, and she had said that she hadn't eaten today. She was so nervous.
Oh, wow.
And that this was, I think, taking pictures was helping her out. So
Carson had a couple of good runs. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing him get the ball a few more times there. I know they've got different running backs going out. They've had Harmon, they've had Daniels. I'm trying to think who else they had. They had Williams there early on, but we haven't seen him much in the after the first couple of possessions. But obviously we've seen Thornton as well. So they've had they had different guys come in there, different weapons there at running back, and because they'll put them out at receiver, they'll bring him back in the backfield. And so it's kind of interesting to see all the different multiple looks they have.
You had mentioned Carson Daniels and, doing some good plays. Matthew Bearden, of course, the freshman, he had a big stop on defense in the first quarter, and we got an Eric Zagleski out of that.
I heard.
That was good. So we're going to come back with some stats with our new statistician, Blake.
Yeah. Blake's coming down now, so we'll go ahead and take a break and then come back and see what he's got.
Before that, we are going to do a tribute, though, to Norman Dickey for many people tonight. This is a night to think back and remember him. So we'll come back with that right after the break.
This is more than a bundle. This is
Test
way
1, 2, 3.
than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories, and you want to be sure.
Test 1, 2.
With home
Test
and
1, 2.
auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrEdInsurance.com.
I hear call this meeting to order for the old men in the coffee shop. On the agenda today is number 1, where can I find Ernest a cast iron manifold set, coated silver for a 1963 Chevy truck. There's this website. Hang on, agenda item number 2. Should Howe throw the gum football this year? Yeah. Number 3.
Sometimes we get turned up at the coffee shop, but at Baker AC and Heating, we want to make sure your heat gets turned up or your AC gets turned down. Celebrating 50 years in business with all of our friends, not just the ones at the coffee shop. Still located on Highway 5. Come by and see us.
But I really am thankful and grateful. I've been blessed and thankful, very thankful to the people of Howe and the coaches and teachers and students that I've worked with. You know, when you're here 31 years and we graduate, 70 kids a year on the average. In 31 years, that's 2,100 kids that's gone through here. And, it's embarrassing sometimes. You see someone that went through, but you can't remember their name, which has to do with old age. Coaches have so much more camaraderie usually with kids than a regular teacher. Not that they're not important, but still, just coaches that been with them a long time, more hours, and just get really close to most of them. Brady Langford came to me, he was on the board, and said, "We need a football coach, would you come?" I didn't have a job, I was single at the time, and I said, sure. I didn't check into it. Yeah. And so, anyway, Brady, they came after me. Yeah. And so I took it, and I talked to every boy in high school in the fall of 60, that would have been 64. The fall of 64, and I raked and scraped and got 20 out for football. Total high school, 20, and 12 of them were in the 9th grade. And we had a couple of seniors that played, but we got out. They had never played football before. So you can tell from that, playing all those young kids and all that, it wasn't going to be very successful. So actually it was in awful bad shape. And we dressed over in the old school on Highway 5. And the gymnasium, you go on the south side, you go downstairs, down into that dressing room. That's where we dressed. Yeah, we went down there and dressed. We did that for 2 years till they built the field house. We went into the year 6-3-1, that 3rd year. And then I don't think we ever had another losing season. And I'm saying below 500, 5-5 or worse until, we went for 7 or 8 years in a row. Yeah. And, of course, we had that good bunch in 70. And they were a close bunch. And, it was Ricky Haining and Ricky Ord, Butch Thornhill, the Snyder boys, Butch Snyder, I hate to leave anybody out, Robert Billy and Robert Trotter, had a receiver, Jerry Dukes, that was really good, and that was just a good bunch. Well, the next year, I think we went 5-5 the next year, after that bunch graduated, and then we went, but what got bad, but then we moved up from class, at that time from Class B, we moved up to 1A. Well, when you jump in classification, it's tougher. Yeah. When you at the bottom, each team has a few good, and the higher up you go, they have better and better and more good athletes. That you have to compete with. Yeah. So when we moved up, that's when it really hit us that we weren't very good again. And I don't think, looking back after year after we won the regional championship, which at that time was as far as you could go. I wish we could have gone further. There was only 8 schools left in our classification in all the state of Texas. So I wish we could have gone on. seen what would happen. But anyway, and next year, I don't think I got any dumber. Some people would question that. They probably thought I did. I got dumber, but it helps to have good kids. It does. And through the years, I met made a lot of good friends with a lot of coaches, imposing coaches, people, like Jackie Hendricks at Princeton, and Charlie Williams at Van Alstyne, and Bob Ledbetter. He and I are good friends. So, I even known GA forever and ever and ever. Don't know anything good about him, but Virgil Miller at Anna, and he was at Salina. Just made lots and lots of good friends through the years. And doing track meets and stuff. Just been blessed. I've been really blessed. Had some chances to leave, but never did. And just, the people of Howe really have treated me great and been good to me, and it's been a good time.
Attention Bulldog Nation. Come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8. When the Bulldogs are home, they'll even stay open for you rough, tough Bulldogs until 11 p.m.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldogs football players.
Go Bulldogs fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. This is How You Sonic.
It's not just good, it's
Sonic good.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major construction of new restaurants to service plumbing calls to local citizens. We even service water heaters. We're located here in Howe off of Highway 75 at 102 South Collins Freeway. We're family owned and operated and are vested into the Bulldog community. Give us a call at 903-532-0525.
Mention this ad for free service calls. To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Old Men at the Coffee Shop halftime show, sponsored by Baker AC and Heating. Now here's Caroline Slauson, Justin White, and Blake Burnett.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to Old Men at the Coffee Shop. That's just so good.
Was it the manifold they're looking for?
It's so good. All right, so Justin, we are.
Yeah, it's supposed to change every week, as Monty said, so it'll be interesting to see. That'll be kind of fun to listen to how a different old man comes on and introduces everybody, or introduces the show.
That's super fun. Well, so about to pass the mic over to Blake Burnett, our new statistician. He's going to go over the highs and lows of the first half.
Thank you, Caroline.
Blake, you on there?
Yes, sir. Let's get this going.
All right. What do you got there?
In this first half, we had a freshman quarterback take the reins to start this season off for the Howe Bulldogs. Austin Haley's his name. You'll be hearing that a lot for the next 4 years. He was 6 of 9 for 64 yards and 1 touchdown in the first half. The touchdown was a 23-yard pass to Caden Harmon on a little jailbreak screen, it looked like. Now, we've been mostly running the ball, as Jalen Thornton has been the big standout running the ball. 7 carries for 56 yards. Carson Daniels has 2 carries for 9 yards. Brandon Williams 1 carry for 5 yards. And Caden Harmon 11 carries for 43 yards. Receiving, we have Harmon's 1 for 23. Jalen Thornton has 1 for 15. Stephen Waldrop 3 for 26. As Howe's main standout on defense today has been free safety Leighton Elvington with 8 tackles. Another standout is Jaron Ing, who has a sack in the game.
Listen to those stats there. For one, defensively, I don't think you don't want your free safety being your leading tackler.
No, I do not think that is what the Howe Bulldogs need this season.
So, you had some more. I'm sorry.
Yes, I have stats for the other team as well, the Ponder Lions today. Chase Taylor, their quarterback, has 7 carries for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns. Their running back, Terrence Clark, has 11 carries for 74 yards and a touchdown. And Chase Taylor through the air is 4 of 5 for 90 yards. So they've been mostly running the ball with a couple passes mixed in here and there, and Chase Taylor has been the offense.
Well, even with Clark too, a little balanced running attack there by Clark and Taylor.
Yes, both of them have been hitting the holes hard and getting about 5 yards a pop most of the game.
All right, so if you're Coach Jay here at halftime, what kind of adjustments do you think would need to be made here?
We got to make the defense stop the run because they're killing us with the run right now.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get the linebackers flowing a little faster and the safeties downhill a little quicker.
Yeah, and as far as offensively, Austin Haley, we said 6 for 9 for 60 yards. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. 64 yards.
64 yards. He hasn't looked too bad there when he's got time. I was telling Monty, when he's got time to throw there in the pocket, he hasn't looked terrible.
He's looked great in the pocket, and he made 2 good throws on the run so
Mm-hmm.
far. And his safety valve right now is Steven Waldrop, who is 3 for 26. Austin Haley has also been sacked 2 times for 10 yards and has 2 rushes for 9 yards, and he took a big hit on one of those rushes.
Was that may have been the late hit,
yes,
or the helmet to helmet there they had earlier? So that's as far as the adjustments, I would say definitely the defense has got to start there. Offensively, what were you saying? Offensively, some of the changes that need to be made.
Offensively, we need to hit the big play. We have one big play in the game, and that's the 23-yard touchdown to Caden Harmon early in the second quarter. If we hit the big play, we're having long drives. We just can't sustain them, and on 4th down, we're not able to execute right now.
Well, and I was talking to Monty, is that even Caroline, is that a lot of the mistakes, the self-inflicted wounds that we've had with the low snap, the snap over the head, the fumble there at there in the first quarter. It's like those are things that we've done to ourselves.
We also had one more play that y'all didn't talk about. When we had a 4th and 1 and we sprinted out there to make them jump off sides,
mm-hmm.
we had them off sides. The center did not snap the ball.
Yeah, and that'll probably just come with time. First game of the season.
Yeah,
we'll see. That'll be something that Coach Lynch and then we'll have to work out during each week before each game. So. Appreciate it, Blake. We'll see if we can come back here in a little bit and see if we got some scores from around the area. It's 28-7 here at the half. Got about 8.5 minutes to go before teams come back out on the field. We're back here in just a few moments.
Monty, now that we're off the air, let's talk about something important. When's your birthday?
That's an interesting question. It's in May.
Did you know that Bucksnor Barbecue will give you a free birthday buffet?
What?
All you got to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnor Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They'll even include the drink.
Well, we're going to my parents for my birthday.
Well, Bucksnor Barbecue will keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
Hey, I'll even go to Van Alstyne for that.
Bucksnor Barbecue is located in downtown Van Alstyne. BucksnorBBQ.com.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmer's insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Welcome back to the Old Men at the Coffee Shop halftime show, sponsored by Baker AC and Heating. Now here's Caroline Slauson, Justin White, and Blake Burnett.
Welcome back to Ponder. Score is 28-7 in the half. 5 minutes and 57 seconds left. We're going to look at some scores around the area. Justin, I don't know if you know, but there's a little old game going on just a couple miles north.
I've heard of that. I've heard.
Sherman and Denison battle the axe. I don't even know what year it is.
Yeah, I think I heard they're having was the axe is 2 blades. I think they're fixing to go down to the 3rd blade.
For sure.
Before too long.
It's the longest running rivalry though in the state of Texas. Right now, halftime 12-7. Denison on top of Sherman in Sherman.
You were talking about that forward, the fact that they're having a rivalry game like that, first game of the season.
Yeah, it's so crazy, really. This is the second year in a row it has been. The two are not in the same district anymore, and usually it's the last game. Many moons ago, it decided district.
Oh, man.
Yeah, not quite like that anymore. Whitesboro and Anna tonight. Anna losing at home at halftime, 13-7 to the Bearcats. Commerce and Edgewood. Howe will be traveling to Commerce at some point this season, I do believe. At the half, 16-7, Edgewood on top of Commerce.
And I've got Van Alstyne leading at the half on Aubrey, 27-17.
Rains Wildcats at Maybank this evening. Third quarter, 3 minutes, 47 seconds left, 14-3. Maybank on top of Rains at home.
And these are kind of some bigger schools just around the Metroplex. Kennedale trailing Decatur 35-7. Louisville up on Grand Prairie 27-3. South Love up on South Grand Prairie 35-7. What else you got there?
Pottsboro playing at home tonight against North Lamar, winning at halftime 25-0. Bonham at home as well against Mount Vernon. Started the third quarter 14-3. Bonham losing that one. SNS will be coming to Howe next week for homecoming. SNS playing Paradise in Paradise tonight at half, 21-12. Paradise on top of SNS.
Man, homecoming already coming up next week.
Yeah, I know. I really can't believe it. All right, so we've got 3 minutes, 47 seconds left in the half, and we'll be back, and Monty and Justin will take you into the third quarter.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrRedInsurance.com.
At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs.
Welcome back. We are at the half. We're almost ready for the third quarter. Monty Walker along with Justin White, Caroline Slauson, Blake Burnett, Carson Grogan is with us tonight, and all season long, all of them. Let's recap the first half for you real quickly, as we got about a couple of minutes left in the half. Howe started with the ball. They won the coin toss, wanted the football and display their new offense with their freshman quarterback. And they drove 4 plays and had to punt, unfortunately, and gave it to Ponder for the first time. Ponder took it 6 plays, 71 yards, and scored on a Chase Taylor 1-yard touchdown to give the Lions a 7-0 lead with 8:17 remaining in the first. Howe's second possession started at their own 29. They went 7 plays before they had to punt. Ponder took it at their own 33-yard line. They went 6 plays, 7 plays actually, and turned it over on downs. Howe had a good stop right there and got it back with 2:30 left to go in the first quarter at their own 24-yard line. But a fumble by Caden Harmon was picked up by Hunter Green and returned 25 yards for a touchdown that gave the Lions a 14-0 advantage with 1:47 remaining in that first quarter. Howe got the football right back after that touchdown at their own 38-yard line and put together their first big drive of the night and of the season. They went 10 plays, 62 yards. A lot of it was Jalen Thornton because he was big early in that drive. And at the end, it was a 26-yard touchdown pass from Austin Haley to Caden Harmon that got Howe on the board for the first time, 14-7. Ponder in the lead at that point, 11:05 left to go before the half. Ponder's next possession ended in a punt after 4 plays. Howe took the ball, and they drove down to the 45-yard line, but a bad snap over Austin Haley's head resulted in Ponder's ball at the 42-yard line of Howe. And that resulted in 2 plays and a 42-yard drive for a touchdown, capped off by a 20-yard run by Chase Taylor, the quarterback, and they extended their lead 21-7 with 7:40 remaining in the half. Howe then took the ball at their own 26-yard line, 7:40 remaining, and they drove all the way down the 11-yard line, or all the way down to the 1-yard line before turning it over on down when Harmon was in on a wildcat, and his knee went to the ground at the 1, and that gave Ponder the ball back, and they went, of course, 99 yards all the way down the field on 10 plays, punched it in on a 6-yard touchdown by Clark, and gave us our halftime lead. 28-7 is where we are right now. And now Flores for Howe is about ready to boot this Tech Wave kickoff up in the air. He stands and runs to the 40. It is up. A pooch kick going to be taken at the 33-yard line by an up man who immediately downs it. And Ponder will take possession moving left to right here in the third quarter from their own 34.
Well, let's see what kind of defensive adjustments the Bulldogs made here, because they get. This is probably, you could say, one of the most important drive of the game right now at this point, because you're down 28-7. I mean, 3 touchdowns isn't an insurmountable lead, but you go down 35-7, and that's going to be a really tough hill to climb.
Yeah, that we knew punching it in the end zone right there before the half is just detrimental,
yes.
You know, especially in this situation. So we have Taylor. It's been the Taylor show, and it's been the Clark show, and they're back out on the field. Shotgun and in tailback position right next to Clark, or right next to Taylor, rather. So Taylor gets it. He hands off to Clark up the middle, and another big yardage on first down. Picks up close to another first down. So, you know, same story, second verse from the first half. It's Clark for about 9 or 10 yards, and that one's good enough for a first down at the 44-yard line.
Well, a draw up the middle to Clark this time. He had to. It wasn't as big a hole to go through, but they grabbed it, they tackled him there, and he just pushed that line for about 4 or 5 extra yards to get him the first down out of it.
Taylor running this time to the near side, looking for a seam, got a 50, got a 45, got a 40, looking and tight roping down the sidelines before he steps out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
Again, Taylor and Clark, that's been the 2 weapons the Bulldogs have not been able to figure out. Clark had about 70 yards, I believe, there in the first half, and just rattled off, about 20 of it right there?
Yeah, he's very shifty. You know, he's like those, he doesn't look like a quarterback. We mentioned earlier he's 5'9". Mm-hmm. He doesn't really throw like a quarterback, prototypical quarterback, but he is shifty, and he looks like that slot, maybe wingback type runner is what he is. And here's a handoff to Clark, straight up the middle, barely even touched before he gains about 8 yards to the 32-yard line.
Again, yes, another hole right there. They were there in the gun, and he was right there, his hands right off to Clark, and Clark goes about 5 yards before he's even a Bulldog's even able to get a paw on him.
So second down and 3 coming up for the Lions with exactly 11 minutes left to go in the third. Sun is down. It's all dark outside here in Ponder, Texas. Pretty nice crowd either way. Taylor, a little movement up front, no flag, flushed out of the pocket. And being chased down by Atkins, being chased down by Bearden. He turns the corner, gets away from him. He's got the 20 and down right there, another first down, as he just was able to outrun Bearden and Atkins and Waldron.
Yeah, Waldron was coming in at first. He flushed him out there, and then Bearden and Atkins, and Taylor is just so fast. I mean, Bearden and Atkins like they were standing still. But it's because Taylor's speed, he's able to just avoid pressure and get the first down and move the sticks.
They'll spot it inside the 20 to the 19. And it'll be first and 10. Left to right goes Ponder. White pants, red jerseys, red helmets with a white stripe down the middle, red socks. Here's a swing pass to Sweeney, who caught it, but his knee was on the ground. His right knee, he had to take a knee to catch the football because it was a low throw. So you can't do that. That's actually a loss on the play of about 3 yards back to the 22.
Taylor doesn't have he hadn't shown really just a strong arm. And I'm almost surprised they're going away from the run. They give it to Clark every time, and the only thing you got to worry about is just Terrence Clark running out of gas.
So Taylor from the gun, whistles will blow and flags will fly before this one gets underway. It's going to be a false start against Ponder. So finally something. You get two back-to-back things that happen with Ponder, with the 3-yard loss by taking a knee, and then the penalty. And maybe we have just a moment here. When we get a little break, we'll try to touch base down there with Caroline Slauson, our Night Furniture sideline reporter. Night Furniture in Sherman, Texas, and downtown will be with us all season long. It's second down and about 19. Taylor flushed out of the pocket, running right up the middle, looking to throw for a minute, but now he's past the line of scrimmage and he bangs into a defender. And he'll have his way down to about the 22-yard line. Quickly, let's talk to Caroline Slauson. What you got going on down there?
24-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. Third down, 15.
Are we on?
She's out of sight.
I see her. I don't hear her, though.
I don't hear her either. Well, we'll keep trying, Caroline. We'll keep trying. I think she's going to have to be in front of us. I don't think she could be down there on the track. I think she's got to be in front of us. Here is Taylor wanting to throw, and it's batted down by Colby Winden. He just punched that ball down and then flexes, puts his fists underneath his chest and pumps a little bit, and it's going to be fourth down, and we got an Air Sigleski call.
Yeah, Winden, he saw that all the way as Taylor dropped back to pass there and just put that left glove up there to knock it down, and all of a sudden this defense is bent but not broke yet, and they got a fourth down situation they're looking at.
So fourth and about 15. We'll have to see. I don't see any indication now they're going to let the clock go all the way down to 1, and now they're making a decision on what they're going to do. We're going to take a quick timeout. It's what we're going to do, and we'll hear from a sponsor, and we'll be right back right after this timeout.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
Our apologies to our sideline reporter, Caroline Slauson, who's done such a great job with us for a couple of years now. But tonight we're having a little mic issue, and there's always something in week one. It's our version of the bad snap or the false start and all that kind of stuff.
Our fumble.
Yep.
So it's preseason scrimmage time for us too.
Week one. So Ponder is about to face a fourth down decision. What do they do here, Justin? They have the ball at the Howe 24-yard line.
It's going to be play. It's fourth down.
I think they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I think they'll go for it. I wonder if they're going to try to get a screen pass to Clark.
Check out the reverse to Oscar Martinez. That happened earlier in the game after a timeout. 8:46 left to go, and now Howe calls a timeout, and we'll take another timeout real quick. We got to get these sponsors in. They do such a great job for us all year. They are allowing us to be able to do this for you. So let's hear from one of our sponsors.
If you've ever been in an automobile accident, who do you trust for your needed repairs? Star Auto Body is Texoma's most trusted body shop, serving all of Grayson County and surrounding counties since 1992. Star Auto Body is locally owned and operated. Services include major collision repairs with or without insurance claims, minor cosmetic repairs, parts replacement, and refinishing. Choose Star Auto Body and Alignments in Howe, Texas, 903-532-5365. Star Auto Body of Howe, Texas.
We're not getting full 60s tonight. I can guarantee you that.
That's
early in the
quick.
season for the officials too. Normally they give you 60 seconds on timeouts. They're nowhere near. We're about 35 right here. That's why we only played one spot. So shotgun for Taylor, and they look for the swing pass. Flushed out of the pocket, throws it over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Martinez, and getting up. And Derek Kirshner looks at him and parts his arms and says, "No, sir."
And most importantly, there were no flags. I was worried there was going to be some kind of an interference or anything like that, but no flags. And so that's got to give a boost of confidence to this Bulldog defense to be able to at least stop them on this and then get your offense back out on the field and see what they can do here. Again, you can score here. You're down by 2 touchdowns. There's plenty of time left here in this ball game.
Howe will take the ball at their own 24-yard line, moving right to left. And after this play, we're going to try to talk to our Night Furniture sideline reporter. She's right in front of us, so I'm betting, if I'm a betting man, and I'm not because I'd lose everything, but I'm going to bet we're going to be able to hear from her. All right. Here we go. Shotgun for Haley on the jet sweep near side. That's Thornton. He's got a seam. Look at 30 and has his legs brought out from underneath him right at that 30. It may be just shy of it at the 29-yard line. Caroline Slauson on the sidelines. Take it away.
17, Tristan Connor.
No way. No way.
Oh, what?
Hey, I heard something for a second.
Nope. Oh.
Oh. Nope.
Pointed at us.
Can you hear? Oh, that's
There you
it,
go.
Justin. Look at you. Well, just in time, I got a chance to talk to Coach Zagleski earlier this week. I asked him how many air Zagleskis we can expect. He's going for 5. So we have about a quarter and a half to get, 4 more in?
3 more, I think, because we've got 2 so far tonight. There's an incomplete pass on second down, rather. And that'll bring up a third and about 5. As Haley tried to swing pass out to Harmon, and it was just short.
Well, let's see what this offense. Haley looked pretty comfortable there, just kind of, I think it was kind of just on a little short there on the ground there to Harmon. So 3rd down.
Carson Daniel stands next to Haley, who's in the gun. And the snap is back, throws it out, and he's got Harmon. He's got a first down. He's got the 35 and knocked down hard at the 37-yard lines. He just had the angle on him. It's not like it was a big pop, but Harmon was just on his heels a little bit and going backwards, and it looked a lot worse than it was.
Got that pass, just a quick out there, and able to. He needed 4 or 5 yards and got maybe 5 or 6. He just barely got over the first down marker, but a little momentum here for this offense.
Harmon checks out. Jalen Thornton checks in. He's in the slot. Only Daniels in the backfield with Haley. And Daniels gets the carry, and he has a big opening for about 4 yards up to the 41-yard line, maybe 5 yards. It's a nice carry. No one touched him until about the 41, and then he was driven backwards by about 3 defenders.
Daniels only had a couple of carries there in the first half there for the freshman. I'd like to see him get a little bit more touches.
He had a big hole right up the middle on that play at 2nd down and 6 coming up. Haley swing pass, Thornton near side, 40, 45. Spins out of a tackle, dragging a defender for a first down at the 45-yard line on the Ponder side of the field. Tonight's impact player for the Bulldogs has definitely been Jalen Thornton.
Got to be quick pass there to Thornton. He had some receivers out there blocking for him. Jones was one of them, and just able to just make a straight line through his blocks there, and able to get a first down into Lion territory.
They'll spot it at the 43-yard line inside the 45. First down for Howe. Haley in the gun. Daniels with him to his left. And now a man in motion. Jet sweep. Thornton comes near side. 45, 40, and slung down right there. Maybe a gain of a couple. As he had somebody grab him by the back of the helmet, I thought.
And Thornton on the jet sweep, just another wrinkle we didn't see there in the first half, and Thornton, who's going to go to the sidelines, up a little gimpy.
So that means Harmon checks back out into the game, and he'll be in the right slot with Arturo Lauder with him, with 2 slots on the right, and Stephen Waldrop split out wide to the right. Near side is Jordan Jones at the bottom. Daniels in the backfield with Haley, who wants to throw. Near side, and he's going to have to run for it right up the middle. Just tucks it at about the 36-yard line, so a pretty good gain of about 5 or so for Haley. He wanted to throw it to Lauder on the bubble screen, but it wasn't there, so he didn't force it. He tucked the ball and ran it right up the middle to the 36. There's a handoff to Harmon, and who bounces it outside. He's got some room over, crosses the 30 to about the 28.
Harmon run with a little bit different attitude there, but yes, you took the words out of my mouth on Haley. Saw that, didn't try to force it, tucked it and ran. Got him a little yardage. Then on that play there, to give it to Harmon on a quick snap, and Harmon running with a little bit of an attitude there, broke a couple of tackles and got him a first down, new set of downs for the
If
Bulldogs.
you can make a decision like that at 14 years old, what are you gonna do when you're 17 and 18? Holy smokes! 3 receivers to the right. Jordan Jones down at the bottom. Daniels to the right side of Haley, who's in the gun, wants it. Gets it, rolls out right, throws it quickly to Arturo Lauder, who surges forward close to a first down at about the 22-yard line. We'll have to check and see where that is on the sticks.
Just a quick pass there out to Lauder, and I like this. They're getting the ball to the playmakers, getting out to Harmon, getting out to Lauder, getting out to Thornton. Those guys who's got a lot of speed to kill, and they've been able to utilize those guys.
We're getting at an angle where I can't see very well down the field, and is actually way short. I was on the wrong yard line. It's 2nd down and 5. Haley throws right side once again, and another looks like a first down, and that is Harmon on the reception, and that one will move the sticks way far on the far side near the corner, and Harmon brings it in. So it's Waldrop, Arturo Lauder on the right as they spot the ball at about the, the 13? 7? See, I'm off again. Haley is going to hand off to Daniels, and they just didn't communicate very well right there. As someone, just a little miscommunication. Not sure what happened, but Daniels was taken down for a loss back to the 21-yard line thereabouts.
He handed it to him, and I don't know if Daniels wasn't expecting it or what, or if it was a read type of play, but just from the beginning, we all saw it up here that was not going to go well.
Longest drive of the night for Howe, 12th play of this drive. Haley in the gun, 2nd down and about 13. Looking near side, wanting to throw. Throws a laser beam across the middle to Jordan Jones, who it went in and out of his hands, and he was hit hard, and he's down at the 10-yard line, and he's not getting up in a hurry. He was popped, and may have had the wind knocked out of him or something. Don't want to speculate, but a flag is down at the 10, and so is Jordan Jones.
I wonder if that was kind of a helmet-to-helmet hit, because, that was just a laser thrown there to Jones right there across the middle, and he got popped pretty good.
So our spotter, Carson Grogan, I'm going to do that for 4 years.
Oh, no.
Carson Grogan says it was a helmet-to-helmet, so we'll check, and hopefully Mr. Jordan is okay, and the rest of the teammates are taking a knee. And now Coach Nate Lynch comes out there to talk to his troops while everybody's taking a small break for the injury.
Well, and then we see Haley there. When he's got time to throw, when he sits there, plants, and throws it, he's got an arm on him, and he's accurate too.
Jones pops up to his feet, and he is making his way to the sidelines. Coach Bill Jailing has his right hand on his back and now pats him twice on the back of the helmet. And Ricky Yate coming over there with him as well. Nate Lynch still on the field with his offensive troops. He's going to have to come off the field here pretty quickly as play is about to resume. The ball is spotted after the foul against Ponder. I guess they're still trying to mark it. Now the infraction happened at the 10 is at least where the flag was thrown.
Now, I thought I saw an official come out and say that was an incomplete pass, too.
It was an incomplete pass, for sure.
Okay.
But there could be an unsportsmanlike conduct, helmet-to-helmet type of foul there. But we'll
let them sort it out.
Our statistician tells us that it's a targeting call. Blake Burnett lets us know that it's a targeting infraction against Ponder. So no wonder Jordan Jones was down there for a little bit. So the targeting is a big call. So the spot of the ball was, I believe, at the 21-yard line.
And here they go marching.
And now they're going to march this one down to the 11-yard line. Okay, here we go. 13th play of the drive for Howe. 4:38 on the clock here in the third. Howe trailing 28-7. And Haley wants to throw. And it's going to be in the end zone. And bringing it in the end zone for a touchdown is Stephen Waldrop. And it's touchdown time in Texas. His own Gronk. He's got a Gronk.
Waldrop back in the back of the end zone, pretty much almost wide open, or we got behind the coverage there. And good job there by Haley, was able to fake the jet sweep. Had two men coming in his face and able to just loft it over the heads of the defenders into the hands of Waldrop. His nice little safety valve.
Flores for the PAT, a little chip shot, and that one's good. 28-14, our new score here in Ponder, Texas. We'll take a quick timeout with a new score. How about that? Another Haley's Comment. We'll be right back right after this.
This is attorney Kimberly Killebrew. I'm a Howe resident with 27 years experience practicing family law. I service the greater North Texas area, including Grayson, Collin, and Denton counties. Call 214-432-1595 to schedule a consultation to discuss your divorce, child support, custody, or family law needs. Mention this ad and you receive a free 15-minute phone conference. In-person appointments are available in Grayson County or our principal office in Plano, Texas.
My name is Michelle Walker, Vice President of the Howe Athletic Booster Club. On behalf of the board, we'd like to thank you for your support. Our mission is to support all Howe athletes, girls and boys, middle school and high school. We do this by purchasing new equipment and other items. Without these funds, our athletes would not be where they need to be. It's only $25 to become a member.
Hey, this is Coach Jailing. Our motto this year for the Howe Bulldog football team is all in. And all in means our football team, community, parents, everybody. We need everybody to be all in this year. And that includes you guys joining the Athletic Booster Club.
Welcome back. Flores' kick is a pooch kick, going to be taken at the 30-yard line. Dropped and goes out of bounds. So Ponder will have possession at their own 29, Justin White.
There I am. Well, let's see what this defense here can do. They got to stop here on the last drive there by Ponder. Ponder stalled there near the 20-yard line. So this is where these next few possessions are going to be important for the defense.
Your Hit Exterior LLC scoring drive recap. This is how a freshman takes a team down the field. 13 plays, 66 yards. He throws a touchdown to a senior, Stephen Waldrop, for 11 yards. Brings our new score 28-14. Here's a handoff up the middle. Guess who that is? What's his name? Clark? Do we know that by now? Clark?
Oh, man.
9 yards. First down, a second down and short coming up.
We've seen this movie before. Just get behind one of those guards and then from the shotgun and just takes it 8 or 9 yards.
They'll give him 10. They'll move the sticks. Noah Campbell making a return into the game for Gronk. Waldrop. Here's a handoff. Clark again. This time he doesn't go for 9 or 10. This time he goes for about 3 or so. They'll move the ball to the 42-yard line, just shy of midfield.
Let's see here. They're not hurried. Well, there they come to the line now. They're trying to be a little bit quicker.
Second down and 8. And this is going to be Taylor trying to spin out of a tackle brought down by a host of Bulldogs, including Arturo Lauder and Caden Harmon right there.
Okay, so good job there by the Bulldogs with the pursuit there. Taylor kept it. So now they got him in 3rd and long right here. Taylor's arm ability is questionable at best, but you got to stop Clark here. So if they try to get this to Clark, at least get him a stop, they can get a 4th down, put him in 4th down situation.
They want to get the ball into the hands of Martinez and Stowers.
Mm-hmm.
They're down the field threats.
if Taylor can get it to him. That's the question.
That's the question. But he also can run the football. Taylor can run it. Read option type style. He's going to run it right here around the left side, trying to bottle him up. Can't do it. He breaks out of a tackle. Going to be very close to a first down. And a flag is down at the 48-yard line. A 49-yard line, I believe, is where Taylor got. But they got to the 50, actually, but a holding call is going to bring this one back, Justin.
Yeah, Taylor rolled to his left and then just cut through and got just barely enough for the first down, but that holding is going to bail out the Bulldogs because they need it right now.
So it's a spot foul, which means it won't be from the line of scrimmage, but we'll see where they mark it. And apparently they're going to put the ball down at the 32-yard line. So it is exactly 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, so it was holding at the line of scrimmage, must have been. So ball at the 32-yard line, 2:41 left to go in the third. Taylor moves Clark to his right a little bit, shotgun formation, and now he moves to his left. 3 receivers up top, 1 at the bottom is Sweeney, and Taylor wants to throw, screen pass out. He's got Martinez, a great play by Caden Harmon, who brings him down, and you got to be careful. That's a personal foul. He threw him down hard. He drove him back about 5 yards. That's a questionable call, but a personal foul is what they're going to call him for slamming him down on the turf.
Martinez is a big guy now. Harmon grabbed him, and he did push him back 5 yards, but you didn't know if Martinez was going to come out of that tackle there, so surely that's not going to be on.
One thing we don't know is when the whistles blew. We can't hear when the whistles blew. So if he continued to drive Martinez back after the whistles blew, then you have some kind of a situation. Hey, Caroline Slauson, that's somebody who might have heard the whistles blow, and she's down there. We'll see if she's got anything for us.
Yeah, it does look like that call is going to help Ponder out. Whistles blew.
Wow.
Before he was done.
So Martinez caught the quick pass. Harmon tackled him immediately, but pushed him back and then threw him down on the ground. That's where they're gonna.
Well, you had Ponder. Third and 15. Third and 15. Third and 15.
Remember that. Let's remember that later in the game. If this thing comes down,
man,
close. That you had him pinned, you had him tackled. He wasn't going to get the first down, and just maybe just a little overzealous.
So now Ponder is about 5 yards away from a first down, but they have a first down.
They got the first down.
So it's first and 10 after they move the sticks. They're going to go ahead and move the sticks. So a brand new set of downs when it was 3rd and 15. Little early season mistakes. Handoff. Clark near side, drugged down after about a 3-yard gain, and we almost got an Eric Zagleski right there. We got a Zagleski fist pump. Does that count? Is that like a half of a Eric Zagleski?
So he got 2.5 on the night. 2.5 Zagleskis.
2.5 Zagleskis.
Good job there by Colby Winden. They're coming from, I believe, his linebacker position, and was able to rustle down Clark and bring him down there for a minimal gain.
Ball at the 48-yard line, 47-yard line, 3 shy of midfield. Taylor, hands off. Clark up the middle. He's got a first down and more, dragging Noah Campbell to the 40-yard line on the other side of the field.
And that one it was a high snap, so it messed things up for about half a second to a second, but Bulldogs are not able to do anything with it, and Clark just weaves his way again through the defense for another first down instead of downs.
Another first down for Ponder when you had them trapped. If you could have made that stop, you get the ball back, the offense is starting to move the ball a little bit.
Exactly.
All of a sudden, it's a 28-21 game if you punch it in the end zone. Now, it's still the play still goes. And here's Noah Campbell making up for the last play with a great play.
Taylor right there faked the handoff to Clark. He kept it, and Campbell and Wyndham were right there on him and dropped him back there about 5 yards. Good job there by those 2 linebackers, able to bring him back for a loss and put him down on 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, as soon as Taylor had the ball right in his face was Noah Campbell and the Howe Gronk. Stephen Waldrop.
Oh, I'm sorry, Waldrop. I said Wyndham. I meant Waldrop. Waldrop with the big tackle.
Waldrop, a returning starter, a linebacker a year ago, changed from number 80. He wears number 15 now. And now Clark goes in motion. Taylor kind of flushed out of the pocket here. Is going to run up the middle. Ball's on the turf. Howe may have a shot at this football. They're pointing. There's an air Stigleski.
There we go.
3.5 Stigleskis as the Bulldogs have come up with the football. And I believe that's Jaron Ing.
Jaron Ing with the recovery, and was he the one who put the hit on him? I couldn't see there, but Ing with the recovery there, and that is the boost the Bulldogs needed. They got beat on the third down there on the penalty, and this is able to redeem themselves and get them good field position here at the 48-yard line.
So they completely redeemed themselves from a moment ago with the penalty. And now Jaron Ing puts the big pop and fumble recovery, and what a play that was. Howe has the ball just shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. 22 seconds left to go before the fourth quarter. So one play perhaps. Haley in the gun. Harmon right behind him. Fakes it to Harmon, throwing it deep down the field, looking for Jones again, and this one is incomplete. It could have been picked off by the receiver, by the defensive back there, but it does fall incomplete. Apparently it was Eric Thedford in coverage. It was overthrown by just a bit, or perhaps Jones, just slowed down just a fraction. Not sure what happened there, but it's incomplete. Second down coming up. No harm at the 48-yard line. Haley rolling out right side, wants to throw down the field. This is incomplete. Looking at Arturo Louder, and for the first time really tonight, the first bad pass, that was overthrown over Louder's head, and it's third down.
I was going to say, that was probably the first time we've seen some miscommunication or maybe an overthrow there by Haley. It looked like it was intended for Louder, but I thought maybe Waldrop was back there too. So third down now here for the Bulldogs. And let's see what's in Coach Lynch's playbook for this.
There's 9 seconds on the clock before the fourth. The offense is looking over for the signal, looking at Nate Lynch. He's marking signals. Now Haley wants it. He's got it. Drops back 3 steps, looking down the field. Throws a missile down the field. It's almost intercepted, and it is. It was intended for Jordan Jones. Running it back all the way to the 50. Makes a move at the 45. Down to the 30-yard line. And finally brought down inside the 30 was the cornerback, Trey Carter. And the ball was tipped, I believe, by Jones. It was there for the picking, but the ball was tipped a little bit by Carter, and then he finally grabbed it in. So a nice, it was just a hard throw across the middle.
Yeah, Haley, good job there in the pocket there. Good protection by the offensive line. He moved up in the pocket and just fired just a missile there to Jones. There were a lot of red shirts there in the middle of it, though, and able to intercept it and bring it back to the way. I guess you could look at it if they had tackled him back where he got intercepted, it would have been like a punt, but unfortunately he returned it back all the way. Well, looks like they're moving the ball back.
That's the end of the third quarter. We're heading to the fourth, and they'll switch sides of the field. We'll be back right after this.
I here call this meeting to order for the old men in the coffee shop. On the agenda today is number 1, where can I find Ernest a cast iron manifold set coated silver for a 1963 Chevy truck? There's this website. Hang on, agenda item number 2. Should Howe throw the dadgum football this year? Number 3.
Sometimes we get turned up at the coffee shop, but at Baker AC and Heating, we want to make sure your heat gets turned up or your AC gets turned down. Celebrating 50 years in business with all of our friends, not just the ones at the coffee shop. Still located on Highway 5. Come by and see us.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major.
Larry, we're going to have to get back to you because the officials are not giving us full timeouts. We promise we'll get it in. So here is Carter handing off to Clark, or Taylor handing off to Clark. And he'll be bunched up around the 26-yard line. Welcome to the fourth quarter. Howe trailing 28-14. Had a shot a moment ago. Couldn't come up with it. It was picked off over the middle by Trey Carter. Ran it all the way back to where we are now. at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity there for the Bulldogs. Got the turnover and just couldn't convert it.
Fleming checking out of the game as Meneses was checking in. They tried to quick snap the ball before Fleming got off the field, and they actually had a false start because of that.
Was that Meneses coming off? Or no,
it was Will Fleming coming off the field.
Yes.
Meneses checking in at the nose guard position. Ponder saw that, tried to snap it real quick to catch Fleming coming off the field, and when they did, there was a false start. So move it back 5 to the 31-yard line.
Trying to be sneaky there, ended up costing them.
Second down and 11, handoff to Clark. Initially up the middle, bounces it out to the right, inside the 20. Another first down for Clark. He's very impressive. You know, I'm not sure how many yards Clark has, but it is extremely impressive. It's going to be something to see by the end of this night.
We've been seeing him mostly in between the tackles. That was one of the few times we've seen him go between the tackles and then bounce to the outside and see some of that speed on his outside speed there. And we got a man down for the Bulldogs.
Colby Wyndon is down. It looked like he was hobbling a little bit, whether the ankle or something like that. He wasn't able to make it all the way off the field. Again, we're maybe Blake. Blake reminds me, you know, we've only worked with Blake Burnett a few times now. He came with us last year a couple of times when he's doing stats. He reminds me so much of a guy I used to work with back in the day doing Denison and Sherman games named Kevin Farr. Statistician. We called him the Wizard. And I think Blake is going to pick up the nickname Wizard.
The Wizard.
I have a feeling. Maybe we'll get him his own new name.
Blake the Wizard Burnett.
Man,
the Wiz.
I guarantee he's right above us. Press box. We're in the press box. He's right above us on the roof of the press box. If you're anywhere in the stands and you're listening to us on 104.1 FM, you can probably see the smoke coming from his pen as he's been working it all night long. The haze on the field. Matter of fact, there's probably the smoke in the tunnel was probably he just took his pen down there during halftime. That's probably what that was.
He's been kind of our eyes in the sky here for us tonight.
We have it. Here we go. The pen. This is hot. The piece of paper he just handed me is pretty hot. 20 carries, 138 yards for Terrence Clark. All right, here we go. First down at 10. This is going to be a handoff up the middle. Not much doing there. As a nice play by Howe up front to bring down the runner, which is who?
I believe that'd be Clark.
Terrence Clark.
Well, we saw some resistance there from that defensive line there. You saw I saw Ing and Lappin in there, able to get some penetration, knock Clark back.
Ball at the 20. It's second down and 11, and Ponder slowing things down here. 10:36 and rolling here in the fourth.
They're not in any hurry.
They are they were a fast tempo offense in the first quarter. They have slowed it down. Taylor in the gun, high snap. He goes up and gets it, pulls it down, runs right over right tackle, bounces out of a tackle, and then falls down shy of the 15-yard line at about the 16. Not enough for the first, obviously. And maybe at the 17. It might just be a couple of yards on the play.
That's Taylor. He's been a tough runner. Looked like it took quite a few guys to wrap him up and get him down. He's so quick.
They'll give him 3 yards on the play, which will put the ball at about the 17-yard line. Again, Ponder in no hurry, just kind of walking around. 10 seconds on the play clock, and they're ticking that sucker all the way down. High snap goes over Taylor's head all the way back to the 35. He picks it up, running for his life, and he just falls down at the 42-yard line. That is a big play for Howe.
That will help Howe out there tremendously, bring him back all the way to the 44-yard line.
That's a 25-yard loss.
And so now let's see what the Lions do. Surely they're going to punt on this and then pin the Bulldogs back, but Bulldogs had trouble stopping them on third down, Lions have been able to convert. So this is a great help for the Bulldogs here.
So going back in punt formation for Ponder is Dale Camp. I believe this is his second punt of the evening. Could be third. But he'll stand at his own 39-yard line. And snap is good. And the kick is pretty good. It's a low line drive kick, going to bounce at about the 7 and take a hop straight up and going to go laterally right down the line on the far side and go out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Are you kidding me?
Man, can buy a break. Can buy a break. Well, at least they stopped him. At least the Bulldogs stop him. Now this offense with 8:42 to go, they're going to have to be quick here too.
94 yards to go. And you got to do it. You can't take 8:42 off the clock. You got to get going. Down by 14 here in the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs. And you know what? Caroline, as Howe comes back onto the field, what's the nature and the mood down there from the Bulldogs?
Hey, guys, surprisingly, they're revved up. Coach Lynch down here, if you didn't know who Coach Lynch was before this game, you're going to know who he is now. They've got him fired up, ready to go.
First down and 10 from their own 6-yard line. Haley goes under center, I formation. And is he brought down? No. What is this? My goodness. Jalen Thornton breaks out of a tackle, 35-40, 45. Knocks the man down at midfield. Goes out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Monty, I would love to analyze that play, but I have no idea what happened.
I don't either. I saw Haley go under center, and I saw him get knocked down in the end zone, I thought. And I thought, oh, no, and then all of a sudden Thornton comes out with it. What in the world?
I have no clue. Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought, man, I said a sack in the end zone on Haley, and Thornton races down into Lion territory, and there's a big play that we're needing, the Bulldogs are needing.
Wow. So ball rests at the Ponder 47-yard line. Haley under center. Toss, left side, Harmon, and he'll gain a few and finally be hit after about 2 or 3 yards. Again, deep in I formation. Looks like he ran a lot of yards, but got back maybe a couple of yards past the line of scrimmage. They'll give him 3 up to the 44-yard line.
Again, we talk about the multiple looks the Bulldogs have. They're not always in shotgun. They will go under center, and like I said, get an I formation, getting that a fullback and a running back there, and that toss to Harmon. Haley had to really quickly toss that. He was getting tackled as he tossed it.
Second down and 8. The freshman in the backfield, along with Thornton, who gets the carry right here, looking for a block from Daniels. Gets a little block and a seam, and he's up past the 35 to the 33-yard line, and another chain banger.
Good job there, blocking by Daniels, and then a good block downfield by Waldrop, a.k.a. Gronk, with a new set of downs for the Bulldogs as they continue to move here.
Ball at the 34. 10-yard gain for Thornton. Daniels, Haley, and Thornton in the backfield. Movement up front. Daniels looking downfield. He's going to go. It's a jump ball for Jones, and makes the catch to the 10, to the 5. It is touchdown time in Texas. Haley threw it up. There was movement up front. He had a free play. The 14-year-old had the hits to throw the ball down the field.
Threw it up for Jordan Jones to go up and get it. Good awareness there by Austin Haley. And another thing is he got rocked when he threw that ball. I mean, he got hammered.
Jordan Jones went up for it like a basketball player pulling down a rebound. He pulled it down, turned around, and went. 34 yards. And here's Flores for the PAT. Haley to hold. The kick is punched right through. And it's 28-21. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
This is Larry Mays. I'm the master plumber and the owner of Torque Plumbing in Howe, Texas. We do commercial and residential plumbing, everything from major construction of new restaurants to service plumbing calls to local citizens. We even service water heaters. We're located here in Howe off of Highway 75 at 102 South Collins Freeway. We're family owned and operated and are vested into the Bulldog community. Give us a call at 903-532-0525.
Mention this ad for free service calls.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, we're getting some respect from a senior. Well, not a senior, but a senior from a year ago. Our spotter, Carson Grogan, talking about Austin Haley just there. He said, that's a big boy throw. He threw it and took a beating. That's a big boy throw, and he's right. Here's Howe to kick off on the Tech Wave kickoff. It's a 28-21, one-touchdown game here in the fourth quarter. Flores from left to right. He's going to kick the pooch kick. No, he's going to kick it down deep. It's going to bounce at the 18, go underneath, and having to go back for it. And now finally picking it up, having some room is one of the return men, and he's going to be brought down at the 24-yard line. And again, that's Trey Carter.
We got a flag late coming in from the other side.
Had an opportunity to possibly have Ponder trapped way back, but Carter was able to pick it up, and let's see what the infraction is. Over on the far side, usually that's not good news for the kick team, but you never know.
You know, Monty, looking here, I was writing down that last score.
Hey, just real quick, the HIT, yes. The hit exterior scoring drive recap, 4 plays for Howe, 94 yards. And it was capped off by a 34-yard touchdown from Haley to Jordan Jones on that prayer that there was offsides, and Haley took advantage of it and brought it to a one-score game, 28-21. And there's 7:19 left to go in the game, and we've got a holding against Ponder on their return.
That was a third touchdown pass there by Austin Haley tonight. How about that for a freshman debut? 3 touchdown passes.
Not bad. And he has an interception, but it really wasn't.
Yeah.
You can't give him, full credit for that sucker.
Well, you know what I was saying earlier there before you talking about the scoring drive was this defense, for a defense that gave up 28 points, they've had some Ponder has gone deep into their Bulldog territory, but they haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Bend but don't break.
Exactly.
And they've taken advantage of several situations, has Howe, and they need another break right here.
Had a fumble, had the long snap over the head of Taylor.
There's Taylor from their own about 15-yard line, and a great play by Howe, who's pumped up. They make a great play on that one. I think it's Leighton Elvington who gets up just jumping around.
It seemed like the Bulldogs are starting to be re-energized here late in this game. And, yeah, that was Elvington got up and jumped up and down there. He got a big hit on that run there.
So the ball spotted deep in their own territory, Ponder's own territory at the 15. And here they are with a second down after a 1-yard gain up to the 16. They're facing a second down and 9, deep in their own territory. Taylor's in the gun, and he's going to hand off to Clark. No, Taylor's going to keep it around the right edge, and he's still very shifty. And into the game again is Colby Winden, and he makes the stop just shy of the first down mark. They'll spot him across the 20 to about the 21, but Winden is the reason he got stopped and didn't get any further.
Good job there by Winden, with the pursuit and with the tackle, because it looked like Taylor, when he faked the handoff, was going to be gone for extra yards, but got 5 yards and it just hit the wall of Winden and the rest of the Bulldogs and was able to be taken down for minimal gain. And so they're 3rd and 5 right here. This is a big third down for the Bulldog defense.
The wall of Winden.
There you go. I just made that up today.
I like that. 5:57 on the clock here in the fourth. Bulldogs trail by 7. 3rd and 4. Over Taylor's head once again. He has to go back and get it from his goal line. Heaves it and throws it out of bounds. A pretty heads-up play. And now a flag comes in on Howe for celebrating in the end zone.
It may be a late hit.
It could be. Yeah, I looked up. I thought, man, what a great play by Taylor to just get that ball away. I was looking over here, and then I saw Howe jumping up and fist pumping, and I didn't realize there was a hit.
The Lions have had trouble with center snap exchanges. Ball goes over the head of Taylor and running for his life back in the end zone, just throws it away. And I don't know which Bulldog it was. It may have been, I don't want to say for sure it was Kirshner, but he kind of looked like maybe he was the one that did it, but I'm not sure. I don't want to say for sure it was Kirshner, but the flag came out after Taylor went down.
So the penalty is going to go against offsetting penalties. Okay, so there's offsetting. There's penalties against both teams, which replays the down from the 21-yard line. Oh, man.
Wow.
Again.
And the opportunities that the Bulldogs have had just slip out of their hands.
You know, you've had your foot on their throat for tiny fractions of a second, and they always are able to slip out of that sucker.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are, 3rd down and a little less than 5. Taylor, this time a good snap, hands off. No, he's going to keep it right up the middle, and he's got the first down.
No.
And more, look out. He drags Kirshner and others, and now slips out of the tackle of Harmon. Being chased down by Jackson Atkins, but Taylor's going to go to the house all the way to the end zone from the 26-yard line.
Well, you knew it was going to go to Clark or Taylor, and they've had a hard time stopping Clark, but Taylor just goes right up the middle. They had him tackled almost at midfield, and Taylor showed some great strength and great balance to stay up and go all the way to pay dirt. And that was just a backbreaker there for the Bulldogs. They had him 3rd and 5, even had him down far if it wasn't for the penalty. And Lions score on this one.
Well, better now than in district, right?
Yep, this is the first game of the season non-district.
And the kick for the PAT is good. And now we have a 35-21 football game with 5:20 left to go in this game. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Monty, now that we're off the air, let's talk about something important. When's your birthday?
That's an interesting question. It's in May.
Did you know that Bucksnor Barbecue will give you a free birthday buffet?
What?
All you got to do is show your proof of age and get a free Bucksnor Barbecue buffet for your birthday. They'll even include the drink.
Well, we're going to my parents for my birthday.
Well, Bucksnor Barbecue will keep that offer 5 days before or 5 days after your actual birthday.
Hey, I'll even go to Van Alstyne for that.
Bucksnor Barbecue is located in downtown Van Alstyne. BucksnorBBQ.com.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
3 plays, 85 yards for Ponder, who just scored on a 79-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Chase Taylor. Spun out of several tackles, and the last one at about the 50-yard line, and it was a 50-yard sprint. I thought Jackson Atkins might have had a chance to chase him down.
I was just thinking that. Like, Atkins had some wheels there trying to catch up there with Taylor.
So our new score, 35-21. Ponder in the lead with 5:20 remaining in the game. That's your Hit Exteriors LLC scoring drive recap, and we're now ready for the Tech Wave kickoff. But before we get to do that, let's talk to our Night Furniture sideline reporter down on the sideline. That is That is Caroline Slauson. Take it away.
Hey, guys, I realized that
I think you got to stop.
Yeah.
I think you have to be still for that. I think.
Yeah.
Try it. Try it.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Just don't move.
It's so strange tonight. It's so strange. Okay, we'll get it fixed next week. I promise Night Furniture, we'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed.
It'll work right after the game. When the game's
Oh, yeah,
over.
yeah. As soon as it'll be perfect after the game.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably some kind of interference here. Some other rival internet group.
Coming here and
Ponder Enterprise.
taking up our airtime.
PonderEnterprise.com messing with us. Ball at the 40 as it's being teed up. About to do the Tech Wave kickoff. Cameron Carroll, the dinosaur toe puncher. And again, kind of they're talking about something over here. The officials are talking about something at the 48-yard line. I can't think of what they might be discussing out there with 5:20 remaining in the game.
Coach Jay is talking to one of the officials here on the sideline.
I guarantee you Blake Burnett's up there and he knows the answer. I guarantee it. I guarantee you.
Blake, let us know. Send us down a piece of paper. He's been that's how he's messaged us. That's how we communicate here.
Ponder going to be kicking from right to the left, from right to the left. And the Bulldogs returning. Jordan Jones, Jalen Thornton, and Arturo Louder. They're not going to kick it. They kicked it towards Harmon, actually. Instead of Louder, it was Harmon over there.
They
kicked it out of bounds, which works for Howe as well. So Howe will have pretty good field position to start this drive with 5:20 remaining on the clock.
Well,
need a couple of scores.
Looks like they're going to make them re-kick.
So oh, man.
Well, if they end up losing this game,
here comes the note. Here comes the note. Let's see. What do we got? It's like Christmas. We got a new note. They celebrated on the touchdown.
Can we read his chicken scratch?
They celebrated on the touchdown, which I think. Well, it didn't affect. Jalen put it. He did the number 1 sign like OU. Can't do that, I guess. Okay. All right, so this is going to be taken by Jalen, coming near side. Thornton has it. It's going to be dropped at the 35-yard line pretty quickly after contact. And Howe's possession will start right there somewhere around the 36, needing to go 64 yards.
And need to do it pretty quickly here. You got 5:13 left in the ball game. You've only got 1 timeout.
So Howe's last possession was 4 plays, 94 yards. Howe has also had a 10-play, 62-yard drive and a 13-play, 66-yard drive. So they've been able to maintain drives. The offense has been able to do what they need to do at times. But defensively, they haven't been as consistent. And here's Haley handing off Thornton with a big hole right up the middle. He's got some speed. He's got midfield. Bangs over a defender at the 45, 40, 35, shuffling inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Jalen Thornton again with an electric run.
Thornton with a big run, and again a big Waldrop block downfield there. And Thornton just not very big, but he's so fast, so shifty, and able to get his way into line territory.
Howe quickly to the line of scrimmage. Another Thornton run, this time to the left, comes back to the middle of the field. Another big run as he's trying to be tackled by 8 Ponder Lions, and he makes his way inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. They'll move the sticks. First down after a 10-yard run by Jalen Thornton.
Got a good block there from Carson Daniels, his fullback, and Thornton has just got to be tired. He got hit tackled there, and when he went down, he just laid on the ground for about 2 seconds, and he's coming to the sidelines now. I think he's just out of gas.
Well, he runs at super blast speed every time he gets the ball. Haley in the gun, low snap. He just has to fall on it. This one rolled back to him. He didn't try to be a third baseman there and pick it up, do anything with it. He knew there was not going to be time. The clock was ticking in his head. He just grabbed it, fell on it.
Smart play there by Haley. Yeah, not trying to do too much with it. We've seen. We saw center snap exchanges last year, and unfortunately we're seeing it again this year, at least in the first game.
5-yard loss back to the 29. Here's a handoff to Harmon around the right edge. He's got the 20, 15, makes a cut at the 10. Going to be dropped right there after a first down run to the 10-yard line.
Harmon on like a little bit of a stretch play there to the right side. Got a couple blocks and weaving his way through and got the first down inside the 10-yard line. And they're going to try to go again faster, and rightfully so, with under 4 minutes to go.
Ball at the 10, first and 10, first and goal. Haley in the gun, Daniels and Harmon, 2 freshmen and a senior in the backfield. And now whistles blow, and apparently, what do we got? The ball was spotted wrong, or spotter says Carson Grogan. So here we go, the ball's at the 9. And this is going to be Haley giving it to Harmon, who's met right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. That play had no chance from the very beginning, and it's going to be, well, forward progress will give him a loss of about 2 to the 11, maybe 12, maybe a 3-yard loss to the 12, and it will be 13. It'll be a 4-yard loss to the 13.
Yeah, Aaron Anderson there on the defensive line dived his way through his block there, got off his block and able to tackle Harmon. And now we got a timeout. Is this going to be the last timeout called by Howe?
We've got one called. We'll take one, too. We'll be right back right after this.
Since 2011, Scoggins Funeral Home and Crematory has walked with hundreds of families through the most overwhelming time of their lives. Their job is simple: to make this season a little easier. What you can expect is a no-pressure, people-first philosophy, custom services for memorials that you'll remember forever, and reasonable pricing. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins have built a reputation over the past 30 years in the funeral business for making every family feel at home. Visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com or call 903-482-5225.
Well, we have 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the game, and Howe's got to punch it in twice. But the good news is they're knocking on the door right here at the 13-yard line. But it's second down and goal from the 13 after a 3-yard loss there on first down.
And again, no timeouts. They used their last timeout, so they need to score now, and they're going to need to get a defensive stop in basically about 3 downs, assuming they could score here.
Jordan Jones split out wide to the left as the first team offense is into the game. Ing, Helpenstell, Lappin, Manessis, Bearden, and Waldrip up front. Haley all alone in the backfield. Well, he has Daniels a little far from him, and now Harmon is next to him. And now going in motion is Jalen on the jet sweep, and he gets the carry, cuts it up, got the 10, got the 5, spinning and down at the 3-yard line. Third down and goal from the 4 coming up.
Again, another jet sweep here. We've seen that about 3 or 4 times here, and again, Harmon just every time he touched the ball, he is electric, and the good thing is he got out of bounds on that one.
Well, that was Jalen on that one, and here's Haley under center, and he's going to hand off. Harmon looking to get around. He ran right in the back of one of his offensive linemen and can't get around. It's going to be 4th and goal. I think he did get to the line of scrimmage, maybe got a yard to the 3.
Good penetration there by the Lion defense here, and now it's decision time for, you just go for it, touchdown right now. The question is,
you have to.
The question is, what play are you going to draw up now?
Well, good question. We'll find out a lot about the new offensive coordinator right here. Haley is in the gun. 4th and goal from the 3. It's going to be a jet sweep to Jalen. He trying to jump over a defender, can't do it. They snuffed that one out. Knew it was coming. And now it's defense time in Texas, with Ponder taking over on downs at their own 3-yard line.
I'll give credit to Thornton. He got that jet sweep there, and he hurdled and jumped and spun and tried to do everything he could to get to the goal line, but just a couple yards short, and the defense comes through for the Lions. And looks like they, unless they fumble it here on the next 2:23, Bulldogs go away with their first loss of the season.
Well, there's some, the game is not over, but there's some good things you can take away from this game.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good things offensively. Most everything that we're going to talk about that went good tonight was offensively. Defensively, a lot of things to work on for Howe. They knew that. That's not a surprise to anyone, including the coaching staff. But, hey, it's better to go. It'd be better to lose your non-district games and win your district games and get better as the season goes than go 3-0 in district non-district a year ago or 3-1 and then go 0 for during district play. And that's no one's goal. And I think that Howe's going to be okay as Taylor runs up the middle for a couple of yards there.
Yeah, you'd rather all this happen against the Ponders and the S&S's and the Bells of the world instead of the Commerces and the Bonhams and the Rains of the district.
One thing we've seen tonight is that the 14-year-old, in fact, does have ice in his veins.
Mm-hmm. He's got poise. He's got an arm on him. He's comfortable back there, and he's only going to get better from here.
And you can tell, there's a surge forward, quarterback sneak up the middle again, and Ponder doing nothing, just trying to chew the time off, and they just picked up a first down, so they're going to be able to do that. So they'll move the sticks, ball at the 13-yard line, and a fresh set of downs as the clock is at 1:28 and rolling, and not much to do now, but kind of recap this thing. And it's just been one of those nights you had opportunities. It's a 2-score game, but there were opportunities all over the place for Howe. And the first half mistakes, the snaps, and those things happen. It's just things you got to clean up. You don't work on those things in scrimmages.
Yeah.
No one really. There's no live punt in scrimmage.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, this is one of those games. Yeah, you look back and think, man, I had the chances, I had the opportunities, they were there.
Timeout's been called. We actually need to squeeze in a couple of them, so let's do that real quick.
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Juan Enciso, your local farmers insurance agent here in Howe. We're here to assist you with your insurance needs, including auto, home, life, business needs, and more. We're vested in the community because we are the only insurance agent in Howe. Our office is at 403 West Hanning Street, or we can be reached by calling 972-382-6121. We're also on the web at farmersagent.com/JEnciso. I have the knowledge and experience to help you better understand your insurance coverage options. Call me, Juan Enciso, at 972-382-6121.
Welcome back as the players regain action back on the field. Ponder's still kind of waiting it out over there. They're going to savor this minute left on the clock, apparently. 35-21. Howe has looked good at times tonight, especially offensively. Good long drives. Long drives, which is a key. It's a good sign for your offense to put together drives that are a substance, of 13 plays, 10 plays. Things of that nature. It's pretty impressive. And now Ponder goes in victory formation. We'll have to wait another week for the victory light to be turned on in downtown Howe.
We've got S&S next week. Is that what it is?
Homecoming next week. Homecoming next week. Bells is week 3. And then Boyd.
Yeah.
And then we start district play. So clock now winding, 39-38. Play clock at 21. We're going to be here just watching this clock go. So, again, good things happen for Howe. We can kind of recap as they take a knee again right there. We'll recap in a moment as that's the end of the football game as Ponder wins it. And Howe has still never won at this field here in Ponder. Every game Howe has beat Ponder, it's been at home since the series began in 2010, and that remains true tonight. So instead of starting 1-0 like they did a year ago under the new head coach Bill Jailing, they'll start the season at 0-1. But you can look at things and tell that, at least offensively, things look pretty good. They look well on their way offensively to doing some damage in district play, or at least the opportunity is there.
That's what I say. I think from here, things will get better. I mean, you'll get more comfortable with the offense, in live action like this. Austin Haley will just get more comfortable. You got to figure out stuff with the running backs. Thornton looked great out there. Got to see what's going on with Brandon Williams. We didn't see him after the first possession. Again, defensively they weren't good in the first half, and they gave up the big play on the second half. That's all. They only gave up that one touchdown in the second half. So
Carissa Doty there gives a big wave to Justin White.
Me and her old friends.
Yeah, there's a long story there that maybe one day we'll tell. That's so funny. Well, I guess we could tell it right now real quickly. The first year you were with us, you were doing sidelines for us, and you had the backpack on, and some of us in the booth called you the Unabomber. I won't say who that was.
I kept the backpack just to have stuff in there for for the game, magazine, stats, whatever, and my jacket, and I was patrolling the sidelines, and Clarissa motioned me over. I didn't know anybody from Howe there, and she motioned me over and said, "Who are you?
Why are you here?"
And I was like, "Who am I, or what am I doing here?"
Very mysterious in your Unabomber bag.
And she goes, "Well, both. What are you doing here, and who are you?" And I was like, "I'm with Monty." I was like, "I'm with doing the sideline." And so she's like, "Oh, okay." And it was all good. And me and her have a little laugh when we see each other.
Well, you hear the school song, and it's just just hearing the school song. It's Friday night. It's the fall. You just this time of year, you just gotta love it. And the Wizard 2. We got to come up with something. Wizard 2. He's probably wrapping everything up there and probably have some stats. We might have some stats to end the game with, but let's recap the game, if you will. I don't know if Caroline is going to stay down there. Where's Caroline? Or can we hear her?
Let's see where she's at.
Where is she? Is she coming back up here? Where is she?
I'm looking for her.
Well, while you look for her,
you recap.
I'll recap this game for you real quick. The game started with Howe winning the coin toss and electing to receive. They went 4 and out and punted. And Ponder took the ball at their own 39-yard line and went 6 plays, 71 yards, scored on a Taylor 1-yard touchdown run, and give it 7-0 with 8:07 left to go in the first quarter. Ponder in the lead. Howe's next possession started at their own 29, ended at the 39 with a punt on the other side of the field. Ponder took it at their own 33, ended up turning it over on downs. So with 2:30 left to go in the first quarter, Howe took it at their own 24-yard line. 2 plays later, fumbled it. Caden Harmon, it fell right out of his lap, right into the hands of Hunter Green, who raced back 25 yards for the touchdown to extend Ponder's lead 14-0 with 1:47 remaining in the first. Howe's next possession was a good one. 10 plays. It started with Jalen Thornton running like a madman early part of that series. He got a breather, but the Bulldogs kept on going. 10 plays, 66 yards, and a Haley's Comet to Caden Harmon for his first career touchdown in high school, and that cut the gap 14-7 with 11:05 remaining in the second period. The Ponder Lions took the ball and went 4 plays and punted it back to Howe. Howe took it, went a few plays, and then decided to drop back with Austin Haley in punt formation to try to sneak a quick kick out of it, but the snap went over Haley's head and spelled disaster because 2 plays later, Taylor scored from 20 yards out after a 26-yard pass and catch from Taylor to Martinez. The Lions scored to make it 21-7 with 7:40 remaining in the half. But Howe answered right back. They had a drive of their own. Well, they were about to answer back. They made it all the way down to the 1-yard line. They basically needed to go 74 yards for a touchdown. They went 73 at the 1-yard line, snapped it to Harmon, who had his knee on the ground, which turned it over on downs. And then Ponder went 99 yards the other way on 10 plays and capped off a scoring drive with a 6-yard strike by Clark up the middle. And that brought our new score 28-7 with 2:12 remaining in the first half. Do we have Caroline?
No, I was saying the guys are running.
I got you. They're running sprints.
Sprints from one sideline to the other after a game. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
They have that many players going both ways. You got to be in shape. So Howe took the ball and went 4 and out, and then Ponder took the ball, and they turned it over on downs with a great play by Kirshner. They were trying to hit Martinez on 4th down, but Kirshner made a great play, which turned it over to Howe with 8:42 left to go in the third. Howe went 13 plays on 66 yards, an impressive drive, an 11-yard strike from Haley to his Gronk, Stephen Waldrop. We've nicknamed Stephen Waldrop Gronk, by the way. 28-14, Howe cut the gap with 4:33 left to go in the third. Ponder took it with 4:33 remaining, and they went all the way to the 45, but Jaron Ing caused a fumble and recovered it. We flip it on over. Howe takes the ball in the last possession before the fourth quarter with 22 seconds, and Haley threw an interception across the middle that was picked off by Trey Carter and ran all the way back into Howe territory at about the 19-yard line. But Ponder had to punt after some penalties. Howe took it back and went 4 plays and 94 yards, scored on a very heads-up play by Austin Haley, who caught Ponder offsides. And as soon as they jumped across the line, he threw it deep for Jordan Jones, who went up for it, pulled down the rebound, turned around, and went the rest of the way to the house. 34 yards for the score, 28-21. That brought our score, and Howe all of a sudden was within a strike, 1 point or 1 touchdown game. 7:28 remaining in the game. Ponder took it at their own 15-yard line and went 79 yards, did go Taylor for another score. 3 plays, 85 yards for that drive to extend the lead 35-21 with 5:20 left to go in the game. I still have fourth quarter up here. I need to change that, huh? Final. And then Howe took it back, trying to answer right back, couldn't do it. They actually did go 8 plays but turned it over on downs, and then Ponder got it back, killed the clock and here we are. So do we have any stats to finish out this sucker?
The big one right here is on Jalen Thornton, 15 carries, 172 yards.
That's a big night from Jalen Thornton.
That's about 11 yards a carry.
Yeah. Do you want to do these? No, you know your stuff better than I do. I'm going to hand my headset over to the Wizard too. All right.
All right, as
decipher these for us.
As Howe took the loss 35-21 tonight, the main bright side was Jalen Thornton on the ground with 15 carries, 172 yards. And he had showed some speed and power running the ball tonight. Caden Harmon had 15 carries and 49 yards on the ground. Carson Daniels had 3 carries and 4 yards. Brandon Williams, 1 carry for 5 yards. And the freshman quarterback's first start of his young career, 12 of 19 passing, 146 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the 1 interception. As his main targets were Caden Harmon, 3 catches, Stephen Waldrop, 4 catches. Now as we go to Ponder stats, as they were running and gunning. Chase Taylor, 17 carries, 190 yards, and 3 touchdowns. The quarterback had showed some explosive runs tonight. Terrence Clark, his tailback, 22 carries, 143 yards, and a touchdown. Chase Taylor was also 5 of 8 passing for 88 yards tonight. Howe's leading tackler tonight, Leighton Elvington, with 13 stops. Second leading tackler, J.C. Helpenstell, with 8 tackles. There was 1 defensive score tonight as Hunter Green took a fumble, 24 yards for a touchdown for Ponder.
And there we go.
I am blown away. I'm literally blown away. I seriously am blown away by all those stats. I don't know what to say. That's awesome job.
One thing I was going to say is 333 yards between Taylor and Clark.
I'm more impressed by the Wizard up here being able to track all of that.
Yeah, especially how fast they go.
That's amazing.
Ponder was moving there for a little while.
All right, well, hey, we're going to call this one a night. There's been some things you can build upon.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, there's a lot to build upon.
Yes.
But offensively, things look good last year after the first game when they went to the slot T, wing T, did exactly what they wanted to do, scored 3 times, and rushed the ball for an awful lot of amount of yards last year against Ponder. Different philosophy tonight. Still scored 21 points, but it's the defense who's going to have to shore it up a little bit for the Howe Bulldogs in 2019.
Yeah, defense has got a lot of questions to answer. Like I said, good thing is it's non-district, so you've got some time to work out those quirks before district starts, but hopefully you can do that rather sooner than later.
Hey, for everyone who's been a part of this one, and I'm so sorry that I really feel bad that we didn't get to talk to Caroline as much tonight down on the sidelines. So we had some malfunctioning issues with our mics that will get fixed. So did you talk about the nachos? Yay? Good? Yay? No? A? Jalapeno. Oh, yeah. Okay.
She'll have to give us a review each week on the nachos
so
here
far,
at the stadium.
Ponder, nachos, and A.
All right.
Because of the jalapenos. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we got that out of the way. We're going to have a nachos report every week from Sweet Caroline.
What's our next away game? Next week is S&S at home, and then Bell's away. So
yes. Well, we got Cowboy nachos next week, so that's pretty good. I like it. I love that. But hey, I thought we had a great job with the 2 new guys, and Blake's not really new, but outstanding with Carson Grogan here spotting. Blake, as always, the new Wizard. And Justin, appreciate everything you do. Great new season. Caroline, awesome. Appreciate y'all. It's going to be fun this season.
We got a good team here.
We do. And for everyone who has been a part of this one, thank you to all of our sponsors. I'm Monty Walker, and we will see you at home for homecoming next week.
You've been listening to Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com. Howe Bulldogs football is brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Attorney Micah Belden, Buck Snort Barbecue, TechWave, and Meacham State Farm. Knight Furniture, Independent Bank, Star Auto Body, Torque Plumbing, Family Attorney Kimberly Killebrew, Juan Enciso Farmers Insurance, GCEC, The Old Man at the Coffee Shop, FBC Howe, the Howe Athletic Booster Club, Baker AC and Heating, Pitt Exteriors. This has been a product of Grayson Publishing.